15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
And here's Flagg on the break, punching it home. Welcome to the league, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, that was Cooper Flagg on ESPN. Listen, do yourselves a favor here. Don't look at the box score, okay? Don't look at the box score if you want to maybe enjoy what could be the future face of the NBA. Welcome to the show. Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff.
Oh, you already future face of the NBA.
I'm just going with what the hype is about. I don't know if Cooper Flagg is ever going to be able to make good on that, bro, but he was the most famous high school player coming out of Maine. It's a not traditional story. Goes to Duke, lives up to all the hype at Duke. They go far in the tournament. He's the focal point on a team that, to be fair, did get a lot of other guys drafted as well, but it's Duke, so that's going to happen. And the first Summer League game was not a crime scene, just shots weren't falling. And, you know, Tim Legler's on the broadcast last night kind of pointing out some of the flaws and technical flaws about Cooper Flagg's shot. He's going to have some work to do, but can he become one of the stars of the league? I'm not giving up because he went 0 for from downtown last night in a Summer League game.
Right, of course not. But can he become one of the stars of the league? You just said that you opened up the segment by saying face of the league. So what are we talking about here? What is the expectation for Cooper Flagg? Does he have to be an all-star or does he have to be the face of the league? Because I know he's so young. It's just a ridiculous conversation
he's like 18,
in that sense.
Right?
But I think I'm going to already vote on this poll. He's an all-star. He's not a face of the league.
Okay, well, face of the league, though, I mean, we're talking about it. Could Shai Gilgeous-Alexander be the face?
Yes.
And the guy just won the finals, and we're still not sure.
But can he be an MVP?
The bar is so insanely high.
Can he be an MVP?
You know, after one Summer League game, this is going to be unfair. I'm probably going to say it's it's more likely that he is not going to be an MVP.
All right.
But here's the thing. We got MVP, a lot of things depend on that. First, you got to be on a good team. You got to, you can't be an MVP on a team that's a 7 seed or something like that in the playoffs. So a lot of things have to break right for him. And I distrust the Dallas Mavericks more than I trust the future of Cooper Flagg, because I don't know if Jason Kidd's got one foot out the door. That New York thing about him maybe leaving went on way too long for my liking.
Oh, but he's 18. He's going to have 7 coaches before he reaches MVP age.
I'm just saying, I don't trust Nico Harrison.
That's way too short term.
And if you trust Nico Harrison, well, maybe we got to get your brain examined.
No, but he's going to be gone. I mean, Cooper Flagg will outlast all those guys. The question is, and don't look at circumstance, don't cop out. When you watched him play, did you have that feeling like the first time you saw Giannis play, or the first time you saw Jason Tatum play, or even, well, Shai Gilgeous had a slow start, but you know it when you see it, I think, of a transcendent star.
Test.
Of a transcendent star, not just an all-star, not just the player comp that we've talked about before, Detlef Schrempf, but is he going to be the next level guy? And, of course, it's unfair to talk about that after one Summer League game.
You think? But just a little bit.
I kind of I have a lot of Cooper Flagg critics in my life. He's going to be really good. I don't see all-time great. Listen, it's a projection, of course.
Yeah.
So last night, Legler pointed out, like, his moves that worked in college were not working last night. Like, does he have the bag, Maggie? Remember that conversation?
Yeah. About LeBron's James bag. Because we're all insane.
Does Cooper Flagg have a bag? And at that size and that speed and that jumping ability, what kind of bag does he need? Is he going to be tall enough to just jump over guys? Like, does he need a bag? Can we put up that poll? Does Cooper Flagg have a bag? It rhymes. So that's worth something. I asked EJ a question before the show. If Cooper Flagg was Eastern European, would we even notice him right now?
If he was Eastern European, I think he would still get some hype. Yeah.
Some hype, but would he
If he went to Duke and did what he did at Duke, then that's on our American soil. That's something we know as sports fans. It's special to go to a place, whether you hate Duke or love Duke.
Yeah, but Duke never has
special to go to a place like that and be good.
Eastern European never played college, which is much more common.
I need to go home.
If he was, I've had a player.
Yeah, no, I think we're smart enough now that if he was Eastern European, we'd be like, wow, look at this guy. Luka came into the league, and we knew he was going to be a special guy. He came from Slovenia, and the trade that the Hawks made, that Trae Young draft night trade, that goes down as a big moment. Yeah, we would know.
Luka was
Our
already
international scouting department is on its.
I hear you, but
game.
I think that part of the hype about Cooper Flagg is that he's a white North American, and I think anybody who thinks Eastern European and white Americans are the same, I don't think I don't think that's right. First of all, you come up in a much different system. I think if he was, he's Matas Bucelas, the Bulls rookie, who there's this video of Flagg and Bucelas playing one-on-one. You can't tell which guy is which. They're both 6'10", and he's going to be, by the way, he's going to be really good, the Bulls rookie. Like, he's going to be a star for sure. But I just think that Cooper Flagg is in that lane, and the hype is confusing with him. I mean, I do think he's overhyped. I mean, that's just the only conclusion I can come in.
Duke went to the Final Four. How is he
Zion was overhyped. Zion was the most hyped guy coming in.
No, I think that Zion, a lot of things went wrong with Zion. He kept getting hurt. He keeps getting hurt, and he's not, his career's not over, but he keeps getting hurt. He can't control his weight. Things are coming out where maybe his personal life is getting a little messy. All that stuff is contributing. Zion's on a terrible team. Well, not terrible, but a franchise that you maybe have some questions about. They just fired their general manager. I like their coach, Willie Green. They had a moment 2 years ago in the playoffs, but there's a lot of things that are contributing to Giannis being a disappointment. This is why I'm saying, excuse me, Zion. Why do I keep saying Giannis? Because we're talking about Giannis next.
I mentioned him too, yeah.
I think that you got to understand the full 360 here with Zion, and Cooper Flagg so far is not showing any of that. Do you think this is all sizzle, no steak because people like the fact that he's a white guy from Maine?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, yes, this is sports. Of course. Right, I mean, have you noticed the WNBA?
No, but then he had to go to Duke and do something.
Well, I mean, listen, just going to Duke alone doesn't mean you're going to be generational. Paolo Banchero, I think, came in a little underhyped, ironically. Like, I don't think the casuals understood that Paolo Banchero was going to be a superstar. No one saw that.
And he just signed a deal for like $300 million.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. That's what I'm saying. But like, we weren't talking about Paolo Banchero's summer league debut, and like the whole world was watching. I don't think.
I mean, Banchero was a pretty big star. He was, and he also went to a Final
Was the hype
Four.
level anywhere near this?
Well, the other thing about Banchero, where maybe the hype wasn't as big, is because he was competing with another massive storyline, if I'm remembering my time correctly, which is Coach K retiring. And that took a lot also of the oxygen. Maybe we would have been more focused on Banchero if it hadn't been the Coach K going away party.
That sounds like an excuse.
I'm just saying. I mean,
actually, by the way, Paolo Banchero is really good in the NBA now, and still, I don't think he gets a lot of hype. I think it's partly Orlando, but anyway, I just think Cooper Flagg is.
All right, so you're fading Flagg.
I'm not fading him at all. I'm realistic about him, where I just think that other people are unrealistic about him. Is that a fade? I think he's going to be really good,
but not MVP.
I don't.
Not face of the league.
I'm not seeing him as the transcendent superstar. I think, in that sense, yes, I think he's overhyped right now. Is that fair? Can I still be like, am I trying to split the baby here?
Kinda. And here's another part. Can we not just be excited about watching the guy without saying it's going to be such a colossal disappointment if he's not as good as Jason Tatum or whoever you want to say? Jason Tatum's not even the face of the league.
Oh, God, no. Of course you can't do that. What are you trying to do here?
Sorry.
Be realistic? No, if this guy is not scoring 25 points a game by year 3, then listen, he might as well be Bryce James or Bronny James. He's a flat-out disappointment.
Wow.
I'm kind of kidding. But, yeah, I don't know. I have a friend who keeps telling me he does not have a bag, and I watched him last night, and he's really good. Will he develop it? Like, is he going to be able to create shots at an elite James Harden, Jason Tatum kind of level? I don't know. That's a high bar, Maggie.
Okay, well, James Harden, Jason Tatum weren't who we think of now. Their rookie years. Although Tatum came into a really good team, and that Celtics team was already going to like the Eastern Conference Finals. But I think what is interesting is, of course, he's going to develop more. You don't stop, this is why we look at guys, especially in the NBA, and think that their athletic peak is more in their later 20s, right? Mid to late 20s is when they actually start putting it all together. It's not really when you're 22 or 23, and Cooper Flagg is 18. The chat is with you, by the way, youtube.com/Infinity Sportsnet, where Easy is saying, I place absolutely zero emphasis on his Summer League debut. That said, ... I don't see him rising to SGA type status, but he'll be very good.
Yeah, by the way, who came in and was ready to go immediately. Zion had his full bag day one in the NBA. He just couldn't stay healthy. So, I think he was scoring like 25 points a game the second he walked on the court. There's no way Cooper Flagg's going to do that. I think he's going to be a role player this year, even though there's no Kyrie, so there'll be shots to go around in Dallas. And I think eventually he'll be a really good player. He just won't be that kind of shot like Shea. We saw Shea in the finals. Right. I just can't see him being that kind of player. I think he's going to be more of a 1B, like a second best player on a championship team. But that's great, right? Like Scottie Pippen was the second best player, right? A guy who actually Cooper Flagg's gotten some comps to. I'm not sure, and I'm way overreacting to one game. And by the way, what's with the Lakers? The only person they were covering was Cooper Flagg. So he had to dish it off like they weren't even like pretending to play any other way. Right? Did you notice they were like double teaming him in the summer league?
Yeah. Yes.
What is that about?
Because he's the number one overall pick, and
they were leaving all these G League guys wide open on the perimeter. Cooper's like, I guess I got to pass it to that guy.
Put some respect on Ryan Nembhard's name.
Yeah, no,
well,
Nembhard was a big
actually
part
covered,
of the...
but the other guys, they were just like, let that guy go.
Wait, that wasn't Andrew?
No, Andrew was there, though, and they did an interview with him and told a story about how these two brothers were once playing a game of pickup basketball recently, not when they were kids, recently, that ended with Andrew's head being put through a wall.
Yeah, no, I understand.
That's got dudes, baby.
There you go.
I would do the same.
Right now, the chat also asking if Perloff is switching his allegiance to the 76ers to Cooper Flagg. Doesn't sound like it.
No, I like Cooper Flagg. I just think that there is a lot of hype around this guy. Like this was like a Wemby type debut in the summer league. Everybody was watching it. Everybody was talking about it, and that puts some pressure on him.
EJ, you're gonna agree with Perloff on this one, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe I don't want to jump out the window too much. I think he's a young player, but I think the things Perloff are mentioning are all concerns I had. The fact that
I stole half that from EJ. I want to make that very clear.
I mean, look. I think it's what's interesting is I actually kind of liked what Dallas did. Like, if they really wanted Cooper Flagg to have 25 points and 10 rebounds, they could have done that. They would have given the ball to Ryan Nembhard and said, "Hey, go run around, be athletic, catch alley-oops, and you'll have an easy night." They want him to be Giannis. Like, Jason Kidd coached Giannis when he was a young player. Giannis was a guy who was basically playing point forward when he was playing for Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
So they said, you know what? In order for you to develop your game, you're going to have to be much more well-rounded. So they had him really trying to do all the shot creation, which he's not that good at yet. He wasn't that good at it at Duke if you really paid attention. So I think it's going to be very fascinating kind of how his first year goes when he plays with real NBA guys. Are they going to have him still doing this? Or is this just like a summer league trial run?
So
it's going to be a question.
He did say that after the game because they were asking, what'd you think of your performance? And he was like, obviously, I was not happy with it. He's 0 for 5 from 3, and was he 5 for 21? I mean, it was a little rough. And he said, but they had me trying all these things that I've never really done before.
Which is smart.
But we'll see, right? Jason Kidd's there watching the game. We'll see. And the whole coaching staff, obviously.
Yeah. I'm going to give MVP of the night to Kyrie Irving's really cool bucket hat. You guys see that?
I'm over those. I thought that was like last summer's
I thought
thing.
he looked great. I thought Jason Kidd's Grateful Dead Mavericks hat was amazing, too. Everybody looks like they're having shown. Why aren't we in Vegas? It looks so fun.
It's so fun. I've only gone once.
Is it as fun in person?
It is a really cool experience.
Because the gym's small.
Yeah, both because there's two gyms. Thomas Mack is basically split in half, so if you want to watch either games. Both gyms aren't that big. You can be walking down the concourse and just see Bam Adebayo just walking right by you. It's like that's how it is. It's like an NBA nerd fest.
Yeah, it's like a convention.
It is. It really is like an NBA convention.
Can you say hi to Bam? Maggie would say, and you said hi to him.
I didn't. He was around like 3 other really tall, strong men. I was like,
his efficiency wasn't good and his field goal percentage and blah 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 blah.
I didn't want to get beat up, but no, a lot of the guys are really cool, and yeah.
Can I also have my other big takeaway from last night outside of Kyrie Irving's bucket hat and what'd you say, the Grateful Dead?
You're over bucket hats? They've been hot for like a year. It's too soon.
We got to move on. Anyway,
wow.
My other big takeaway was I thought Bronny looked pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, Bronny's been on one. I think people are into Bronny. His last game was good too. Like he's been good.
He had some moments last night where he's leading fast breaks. He's looking extremely comfortable. I don't know why the bar for him. If we were saying Cooper Flagg, the bar couldn't be high enough. For me, Bronny James, the bar couldn't be low enough because Well, we all know why, that maybe he shouldn't be in the NBA. They said he put on a lot of muscle. He did look a little bit thicker, but he just seemed very comfortable in whatever. I don't think they were like, this is not the Lakers offense, but running these fast breaks, finding his teammates. He seemed like he's a pretty good passer. He didn't seem like a disaster out there.
No, Bronny's on an upward trajectory and the end of the season, too. I think Bronny is, how old is Bronny? Is he 19, 20? He's young, right? He's definitely feeling it right now. I think Bronny is hot. I think like he could actually have maybe, and I'm going to say this is a hot take, could have earned a roster spot without his dad at some point.
Not true.
At some point.
At some point.
Like, he looks like an NBA player. You said it. His body looks like way more developed. His outside shot looks a little smoother.
I didn't say now all's forgiven.
Well, the question is, at least it doesn't feel like as much of a joke as it did last year.
Yeah, the charity case, if you will. I mean, I thought Dalton Connect, it's like this. Why wasn't he playing in the playoffs?
Because he stunk last year.
No, I think it's because they wanted to trade him in that Mark Williams trade, and then it got rescinded, and then all of a sudden it was like, well, You're telling me when the Lakers, like, there was no spot for him to try to just even come in and see if he could get hot at any point?
It wasn't that they needed guard play. They needed bigs. They were getting, like, Rudy Gobert was looking like Hakeem Olajuwon. He wasn't going to stop that.
Listen, no, he's not going to stop that. But there was nothing, at no point, we couldn't see any more of Dalton Connect.
I'm stealing this from last night's broadcast. He was broken last year. Like, his confidence went away.
Well, they tried to trade him in the middle of the season. Maybe that.
But he wasn't good before. Like, he arrived. He was old, so he should have been ready to go, and he was not.
And by the way, even in that game yesterday, because he's had a kind of a bad summer league because he played in the games in Sacramento. He started terrible yesterday, and then he got it going and he got red hot. I don't know if maybe he found something. He doesn't look like the same player to me.
Like at Tennessee?
No.
Yeah, like at Tennessee, he was the most confident player on the court every time. And confidence is huge. I don't know how this kid, Ryan Nembhard, did not get drafted, by the way. Like, he looks like he's a third-year veteran. That's the thing with the Nembhards, his brother, too. Just so strong for, like, a kid. Anyway, we're doing that thing, Meg. We're overreacting to Summer League, which is even dumber than overreacting to NFL preseason.
We've been burned by that one before.
Yeah, Kevin Knox, we're looking at you, former Knicks rookie.
Easy there.
Summer League MVP.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Does Cooper Flagg have to be an MVP to justify the hype? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, although I'm more into I think it's a poll that I really want to see. Does Cooper Flagg have a bag? It's like a Dr. Seuss run. Does Cooper Flagg have a bag against the former Zag, Ryan Nembhard? Hello. Or he's with the former Zag.
Yeah.
There you go. Fixed it.
Well done, Dad. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Okay, crazy stuff happening last night with the Seattle Mariners and the New York Yankees. This one was bananas. And it didn't have to be the Mariners, the Yankees. I just have a question for you about what would you do in this situation?
Hey now!
Now, get the Yankee stuff out of here. They don't get credit for this last night.
What?
They don't. And we'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why I'm not giving the Yankees credit for this one.
Wait.
Oh, they get zero credit for this win last night, and all the blame goes on the Seattle Mariners, and all of their all-stars were involved in this last night. 888-710-4ISN. 7P.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
No, don't make it louder.
Wait, why? What's going on?
Because I'm giving the Yankees no credit for their win last night, this unbelievable win they had over the Seattle Mariners, where they were getting no hit through the 8th inning, and they were down 5-0, and they came back and won the game. And you would think, oh, Perloff, that's a great story.
That sounds fun, yeah.
No. You don't get credit when you come back on a pitcher that's obviously tipping pitches.
What are you talking about?
So the closer for the Seattle Mariners,
Andres Munoz,
who's an all-star this year.
Mexican too.
That's amazing. So he's having this all-time season. Like, the numbers are just bananas on how good he's been. So last night he's tipping the slider, and the Yankees knew it. And Cal Raleigh, the also all-star catcher for the big dumper from Seattle, he said that the Yankees were not being discreet about it, to the point where not only was the man on second alerting the batter that the slider was coming, but also the guy on first. Like a double The dude must have been sending up flares. Like, I know baseball players can see stuff that we don't see, but clearly the guy's tipping the slider, and no one from the Mariners stopped the game, called timeout, go out there and be like, dude, you're doing something, because they didn't want to get in his head. But meanwhile, can you actually give credit for a comeback when the guy's basically telegraphing exactly what pitch is coming? No.
What are you talking?
It's major league players.
I don't know. So they saw the slide. I think that's a.
And then they won in extras. The Yankees.
By the way, this guy is an all-star. I read he leads the league in blown saves.
Yep. And yesterday was his 6th blown save, but I mean, he's got like a 1.52 ERA, 21 out of 27 now, I'm guessing.
Is
like
that
an
good?
opponent OPS is like 3.
He's one of the best.
21 out of 27 is not good for blown saves, right?
Blown saves, but there's also a lot that goes into that.
Right, but like I want my closer to let up no runs. But anyway, but you still give the Yankees credit. I mean, so they saw the pitch coming. Like, still, it's not that easy to hit a major league slider.
Well, I think it is.
Well, definitely not.
It's not easy, but when you know what's coming, like we saw this with the Astros scandal, where guys said, I would rather face somebody on steroids than somebody who knows what pitch is coming. Like, the tipping of the pitches is such a greater advantage to the hitter than even facing someone who's on juice.
I overheard Chris McMonagle hosting on The Fan this morning talking about how one of the most impressive things in that comeback, which he now knows was because of 2 pitches, was Austin Wells.
That was a moron.
Was what?
It was Austin Wells like laying off a nasty changeup that he knew was coming. It's like everyone would expect fastball there. The pitch shows up in the zone. How do you not swing at that? You don't swing at it because you know it's not a fastball. A changeup is coming. So I don't think they get a lot of credit. I think it's like you got lucky.
What? No, what? The baseball players saw something, and they just were baseball players.
I mean, that happens.
They took advantage of an inability, or the inability of a pitcher to cover up his pitches.
No, it's fine. We're not saying they cheated or anything. It's
right.
It's all within the game, but I can't give you full credit because you had the answers to the test, and then all of a sudden you came up with an 100. You were getting no hit through 8 innings.
But batters are always watching the release. Like, I mean, every play.
Right.
Like, they're watching they know a fastball release. Like, maybe some pitchers can fool them, but like that's batting.
No, but this was so egregious.
You're saying it was over the top.
Well, I'm not blaming the Yankees. I'm just saying they didn't do anything wrong. They weren't using video. They were just using their eyes. Listen, it's the pitcher's fault that he was tipping. But I'm not going to say, wow, congratulations,
No
Yankees.
credit to the Yankees for picking up on the guy tipping pitches, one of the best closers in baseball tipping pitches, and you're not giving Trent Grisham any credit for, showing out hearts, doing heart signs to the
They're
crowd.
literally, they were setting up fireworks at second base. I mean, if
then somebody come out from the dugout. Cal Raleigh, get up.
That's my bigger issue. My bigger issue, besides not giving the Yankees credit for the comeback, but my bigger issue is why did the Mariners not do anything? Now, their manager said he did not think that it was a pitch tipping issue. I'm like, okay, if you want to blatantly lie to people after a game, I guess that's your prerogative. But, Cal Raleigh said they were not being discreet. Munoz wouldn't even talk to the media. You got to do something there. If you're Cal Raleigh, you've got to. And here's the thing. You're so worried you're going to get his head. Well, you lost the game. So what's the worst outcome you could have? You're about to go into the All-Star break. You got to call timeout, get up there, and say, you got to switch it up. There's professionals. So that's my bigger issue. Anyway, let's go to the phones. 888-710-4ISN. Question for you. Do you give a team credit for a comeback when the other team's tipping the pitches? Wayne's in Dallas wants to talk about Cooper Flagg. Good morning, Wayne. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, great. What'd you think of Cooper last night?
All right. I'm not going to use one game to dictate how he's going to be. He's not going to be Luka, but I think overall he can be better for the team with the pieces that we have surrounding us. But I have another like a sort of skirmish issue to talk about that Perloff just brought up.
Yeah.
And that's my main reason for the call. I agree with Perloff. It has a lot to do with the hype. Cooper Flagg is good. Don't get me wrong, but the hype, I think it has a lot to do with him being white American.
Yeah.
I think we live in this, let's be honest, we live in this country, it's majority white Americans. And a lot of people is just like for that next great white hype in all sports, not just basketball, football, track and field, soccer, whatever it is, like they just looking for the next great white hype. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. You know, some people want to see their, you know, somebody that's sort of, you know, like it cannot be a bad thing, but you root more for somebody that's Black American or somebody that's white. You know, we know it can be a bad thing, but right. I'm just saying I agree with Perloff. And let's look at this, and thanks for taking my call. If Caitlin Clark is a unique talent, like she's like the woman Steph Curry, but let's be honest. If she was a Black American, do you think the WNBA would be selling out and all that like it is now? Thank you for taking my call.
Wayne, thanks for making
Thank
it.
Thank you. We got into that a little bit the other day with Christine Brennan.
Yeah, who just wrote this book about Caitlin Clark. And I think obviously we know we're not proud to say this. Nobody is, you know, saying this is good. But no, obviously Caitlin going against type, you know, being this like, you know, being white. Also the Iowa thing. I mean, not playing at UConn. Because I think even if she was white and doing what she's doing, but she was doing it at UConn, you just become one of a laundry list of amazing players.
Maybe.
And you don't have the green light that she had at Iowa.
Maybe, but, you know, who knows? She might have got started. I mean, she might have convinced Gino to let her shoot like Steph Curry.
Or she was at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
She could. It could have, but I see what you're saying. I mean, Cooper Flagg's the first white American to go number one overall since Kent Benson in 1977. Did you see all those Kent Benson videos? It is definitely a huge anomaly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a massive
Maine,
anomaly.
Like, it's not the traditional basket. I mean, listen, he ends up going to like one of those
but
fancy basketball boarding schools.
You know, I do disagree a little bit with Wayne. I think it's a bigger deal in basketball than football and baseball. The fact that a white superstar is a bit more of an anomaly in basketball, maybe because football is. Maybe I'm out of my depth even talking about this, but it does feel like in basketball, because I remember Bird Magic was presented as definitely the dynamic there. Well, a long time ago. Then it kind of went away. But if Cooper was European, I don't think people would be as into him. You're right. Luka Doncic was a big deal, but Cooper Flagg's a way bigger deal than Luka. Well, nobody was tuning in for, like, the whole country didn't sit around their TV to watch Luka's Summer League debut. I mean, this is all time.
Yeah, but that's also because I think because we are American, we have a little sense of just how rare this is when they're going back to, you know, his high school in Maine. And it's just not traditional basketball anything in Maine. So
what does that have to do with Maine? If he was from Kansas, would this make the slightest difference?
I don't know. I feel like the Maine thing has a little to do with it. Like if he was from LA,
I don't think the average fan knows he's from Maine.
I agree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows he's from Maine.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Like
I'll stand corrected then.
Yeah. I don't think. I think it's the white American thing. But I don't even think it's that big a deal. I mean, even Wayne, like, it's not like a very super serious issue.
No.
It's more like hey, this is kind of novelty-ish.
I think novelty. I think that's the whole thing, right? I think like with Caitlin Clark, like it's the novelty of the crazy threes and this small white girl shooting these crazy threes.
Right.
With Cooper Flagg, it's this white dude that's dunking on these guys and showing this crazy athleticism. And I don't think it has to be a bad thing. I totally agree with the call. But that does lead to some of the interest, right? Like we've seen other great Duke players. We've seen other great white Duke players, quite frankly.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this. We haven't seen a guy with this kind of athleticism, this kind of prodigy-like, disposition, and say that this guy could be a potential face of the NBA.
Well, since Larry Bird, probably.
Yeah, and in the NBA, if you look at the league, like who was the last great white American superstar? Kevin Love, maybe? Like, I mean,
I would say there was a
drought.
There was a little bit of that hype for Keith Van Horn. Like, he went number 2.
He didn't live up to it.
He was okay. It's funny. He was an okay player. I think he had like 19, but he had this like he's got to be face of the league type, and he just couldn't do it. Remember him, number 2 overall?
Yeah,
the
right
Nets?
behind Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I think, but that's what we're talking about with Cooper Flagg. There's a lot to put on an 18-year-old's shoulders, and we don't even know how good a player he is. That's sort of my point. Kent Benson, by the way, number 1 pick, center, had a 10-year NBA career. So look at that.
And this was 1977, you said?
1977. I just remember because everyone was sending out photos of him when Cooper Flagg and his shorts. Maggie, I can't tell you how short these shorts were in Indiana. They were basically above
above the pockets.
Oh, my God.
Women sometimes wear jean shorts that they cut them off and they're so short you see the pocket underneath the short.
Look at Joe Gibbs' package in these shorts right now. I mean, if we're going to get a little more serious on a Friday, I think the the racial dynamic of MLB has changed so much over the years. I think that's affected fandom in a big way, that there are less American players every year. There aren't a lot of black baseball players.
No, it's a huge issue.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's definitely different.
I think it's bad because I think you have to trace it back to, well, why isn't a sport that traditionally has so many incredible black American stars? Why are we not seeing as many? And you got to go back to, entry level, like Bogusch is here. You're a sports dad who's literally doing this with baseball.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
That's it.
It's the huge commitment. I mean, baseball used to be something you could play anywhere. Now you got to be on a travel team, and it's all got to be so regulated.
But
I feel like basketball is getting a little like that too.
Definitely is.
Why are there so many international players then, like Asian and Latin players?
Well, I think because
because they don't have the same money concerns, or they're supporting their players more?
I think it's the infrastructures there. Like if you are if you have any type of talent, a shred of talent, you're growing up in the Dominican Republic, you're off to an academy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Bogues, you want to weigh in on that? How expensive it is to have a kid in youth baseball these days?
Yeah, but everything is expensive. But yes, baseball is nuts between gloves and bats and batting gloves and helmets and all that
entry
kind of
fees
stuff.
into the league and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, you could also just not play travel baseball. You could just play baseball. I think the problem is people just are not playing baseball from the beginning. Like
they're not choosing it?
Yeah, like our Little League, like we have, when I grew up, my Little League levels were basically the age group was basically one school year. Now there are 3 grades in the divisions in my thing because there's not enough kids to have the individual ones. Our neighboring Little League didn't even have enough kids to have an age level on my son's. So those kids came and played with us this spring. So I think it's more about starting in baseball than progressing through baseball.
Got it.
That's really interesting and weird. It was a no-brainer that I played baseball every year.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
Even I played. I played softball.
Yeah. I was right. But actually, women's softball is doing quite well, I understand.
Our team was sponsored by a funeral home.
Very nice.
I did my capstone in grad school was on the topic of the decline of black baseball players.
Yeah.
I spoke to people at RBI. I spoke to young players playing in college. And one of the things I also heard a lot about, too, was we've seen, the entry level for professional sports, people are looking at it and saying, wait a minute, I got to play 4 years, 5 years, 7 years in the minor league before I see a major league, deal. And then I got to play another 5 years before I get a real contract. They're seeing guys who are coming into the NBA and 3 years in are signing $250 million contracts that are public.
And now in college, you could sign a pretty nice deal
seeing
too.
college and NIL. So that's a big factor with this as well, is people are looking at, the early access to a lot of money for young people. And that in baseball, you don't really see that.
Look at Kyler Murray.
Right. He had to make a decision. It was very easy for him. He came in and walked in with a million as a millionaire.
Yeah, wasn't he like the 5th overall pick in the baseball draft?
Yeah.
For
the A's.
9th, I think, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
He was a high draft pick for the A's.
Yeah.
But he could have toiled away in the minors, and you're with the A's.
I mean, and also too, that was a freak that he happened to be the number 1 overall pick. Like, I think he changed his mind at the last minute. He's like, "Wow, can you believe this Lincoln Riley offense? What I'm doing here?"
Cliff Kingsbury. Oh yeah, with Lincoln.
I think
school.
he didn't even. He thought he was going to baseball until the last moment.
Remember he had a very memorable interview on Dan Patrick's show when you were still there. Where
they asked him, "Do you want to play baseball or football?" And he just stared blankly at Dan for like a minute. But most guys pick baseball over football. Bubba Starling was a famous one. He was this high 4-star quarterback. Baseball money is big. That's what I'm a little confused about, because you get this huge bonus at the front.
But you get the bonus, but that money is still probably comparable and in many ways less than still like your first NBA contract. And then to get to free agency, that takes you almost 10 years. Like, that takes you forever. In the NBA, like, you could walk in a millionaire, and then in 5 years, you could be making $200 million.
But you got to be 6'10" to make the NBA, though.
There's that, too.
And those baseball bonuses, there's not a lot of them. That's like the first batch of first-round picks. And a couple of random high schoolers, you're not they're not just throwing money through their draft.
But there are a lot of high school elite quarterback baseball players, and they often take baseball because the money's a little better at first. I'm telling you, we can look at it. There are a lot of guys. Do you guys remember Bubba Starling?
Yeah, who didn't become a baseball player either. He got
a huge money though.
Right, but then didn't become a good long-term pro.
I mean, Drew Henson chose
Drew
baseball.
Henson,
That's a big example. And
then went back to football.
Yeah, and the Yankees gave him like a record
Wanky
bonus. It was something crazy.
Brandon Whedon. Like,
Tim
there's
Tebow.
a long list.
Well, that was the
That was
reverse.
the reverse, yeah.
Christian Hackenberg did the reverse as well.
Did he play baseball?
He tried to play baseball for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he throw it from third base into the crowd because he was so inaccurate?
Be nice. Play nice. Play nice.
They called him Jazz Chisholm before Jazz Chisholm.
Hey, now.
Bogusch, hang with us for a second, will you? Let's get some headlines, some proper headlines, because a lot went on yesterday. We don't want to miss any of it. We're back in a minute. Maggie Perloff.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. .45 seconds remaining. 30 seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
This one, you didn't want to make a dedication? Going out to Andrew Bogusch on Friday.
It's between me and Manny. It's not for the rest of you. Don't worry about
it. Oh, Manny's? You've recruited Manny to the Dave Matthews bandwagon?
No, I'm recruiting Manny to be my friend, and this is how he confirms our relationship.
Too late. Manny and Perloff are already BFFs. You didn't know that?
Oh, no. I know it every moment of every day, Maggie.
Manny's open for friendship, to be honest. Anybody here who wants to be...
DMs are open?
Yeah.
Jay is in Nashville. Jay, you have a thought on Cooper Flagg, yes?
Women take a priority, though.
If they're there.
Here we go.
Go ahead, Jay.
What's up, Jay?
I hear you guys talk about Cooper Flagg, and I don't know, I'm tell you right now, as far as brothers or black men, we've been waiting on. We've been asking, where's the Larry Birds at? Where's the Pete Maraviches at? Where's the Jason Williams? As black men, we love seeing that. You know what I mean? We've been waiting on that. And then, it's been a lot of white American players in the NBA since then, but we talking about them nasty players. You know what I mean? Got that game is just nasty. Larry Bird, nasty. Kobe's game is nasty and disrespectful. That's the type of, that's why I love Kobe so much. But, we were waiting on that, and that's, as black men, that's why we like Caitlin Clark so much, too. It's like Steph Curry in the white girl's body. You know what I mean? And that's why, that's why we watch it. When they ask, you only watch it because she's white. She's like a white girl shooting like Curry. You know what I mean? Why do you think Tiger was so popular? It's a black dude playing Nicholson and Gary Player rap together. You know what I mean? So,
Jay, wait, can I ask a question, though? Why do you think that black men are looking for the next great white male player? I get the female player, any man. I get a female player is interesting, but why are black men looking for the next great nasty white player?
It's kind of because what it gives us that, I don't know, we just wired different. We like it when he gets it over there. You know what I mean? He's got a little game like us. So he knows. He's got a little inside of what's going on inside of us. He's got a little bit of us in him. You know what I mean? We've been waiting on the next Jason Sehorn or Scott Case, and we got the two kids in Philadelphia, Blankenship and Cooper Plum in Philadelphia playing white.
The exciting whites.
So that's why we looking at them. I don't even call them exciting whites. I just call them two dope boys in a Cadillac. You know what I mean? And for real.
Jay, what about Chris Mullin? Where's he fit in this?
Chris Mullin, his game is nice, and just his whole mannerism, way he talks. He's been hanging around brothers a little bit too long, and he's from New York.
That is New York. That he is outer borough.
He's out of the borough. I watched the old videos of him just walking down New York with a basketball in his hand. You know what I mean? Back in the 70s and 80s. So that's the nasty New York. I got friends from New York. They're like, man, dude, before Giuliani, man, it was garbage everywhere. It smelled right. It smelled like it was in armpits everywhere and stuff
still
like
does.
that.
Let's give New York credit. It still smells like a toilet bowl.
Hey, now.
I live here too, man. I'm not.
Hey,
it's part of the flavor.
That's when you know you live in life, man. When the whole city smells like Teen Spirit, man. That's when you know you alive, man. For real.
Jay, we got to get to the update. Thank you for that call. Always enlightening.
You guys read the headlines. My hometown of Philadelphia is not smelling nice now.
Why? What happened?
They had a massive garbage strike. I've heard some anecdotal stories.
Yep.
A huge.
Is the strike still on?
They ended it, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago, but apparently it was a sight to behold.
I heard
and
about
it's hot,
this.
too.
I think they hadn't had a garbage strike in Philly since the 80s.
I guess so. I don't remember one.
Did they pick up the garbage at Wells Fargo?
Well, Joel Embiid's on the offseason. So.
There
Sorry.
you go, Maggie.
It was right there.
I was
Bogusch,
actually-
let's get to
That's like
the.
I was
Now
actually
you
thinking the
Manny.
logistics, like an event creates a lot of garbage. Like,
Again, thank you, Dad. Bogusch, what's up?
Your headlines are sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting your business vehicles 24/7. See if you can save at progressivecommercial.com.
I'm a loser.
The other half of last night's Summer League showdown was Bronny James, 21 minutes, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists as he moves towards his second pro season.
Trying to be myself, be as aggressive as I can, and make the right play for my team. That's my motto, and that's what I'm going to stand by.
That was Bronny on ESPN. His night ended by missing a contested 3 that would have won the game for the Lakers. The Mavs instead got the 87-85 W in Cooper Flagg's debut.
Is hot. I think Bronny is hot.
The most impressive win in the AL East last night came from the Red Sox.
Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and lined into center field. Base hit. Romy scores. Meyer gets the wave home. Throw up the line. Not in time. Say done. Say yes. 2-run hit, and it is 4-3 Red Sox.
Boston with a 3-run 7th to steal a 4-3 win from the Rays. It's a season-high 7-game win streak for the Sox. They're now 5 games behind the first-place Jays in the East, and they are getting Alex Bregman back either today or tomorrow. He's been out since late May with, I believe, a quad issue.
What happened? All my obnoxious Boston journalist friends said the Red Sox were dead and dying, and it was the worst trade in the history. It was basically
They are.
It was Luka Doncic trade 2.0 when they got rid of Devers, and now they're back.
They're back for the purposes of not discussing the Yankee win last night.
They've won 7 in a row,
But they're not bad.
if they get to the playoffs, I'm going to laugh so hard at Boston fans who said the sky was falling.
But what if they trade Durant? Then you can take another step back potentially. I hope they don't. They shouldn't. I don't like that they traded Devers, but they're still playing great. I hope they don't sell us off. I think there's a good team in there, I think.
Yeah, and in defense of, I guess, of Rafael Devers, I meant to mention this the other day when you were talking about this. Jason Stark has a column at the Athletic with multiple other team executives crushing the way the Red Sox is. And there's a lot of...
Can I just make a PSA to America?
Yeah, can I just separate myself from whatever take is about to come out of this?
No, I
is
think you're gonna be
Maggie,
with
not
me.
me. Okay.
Guys, gals, high beams are enough.
All right, I'm out.
We don't need, on the roads of America, in this great nation of ours, we don't need you to have more lights on the front of your car than just the regular high beams. I'm driving in to the show today.
45 in the left-hand lane.
Hey, how did you have that video? No, I am driving in, and all of a sudden, someone behind me had lights, like this array, like stadium lights, basically, on the front of their car, to the point where it looked like a search and rescue situation. I look for, in 1 second, just look in my rearview mirror. I'm blinded for at least 60 to 75 seconds. I'm like blinking.
70 seconds of blindness.
Yeah. And I made it
That's
here by the
scary.
grace of God. Yes, it's okay. I get it. I live in a rural place too. Just high beams are enough to spot the deer and spot the raccoons and spot the other things you don't want to hit with your car.
The slow drivers.
Stop with it's like floodlights on the front of people's cars these days.
Get with it, America.
I don't know how this escalated so quickly. You're blinding us. And it's ironically making it less safe.
True.
Are you with me?
No.
That was him behind you on the highway this morning.
Come on. All right. Coming up, maybe on the verge of some major change in sports.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 4 minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Well, Perloff, I don't know how you would feel if your favorite sports star was vacationing in Greece.
Bryce Harper's in Greece. Okay.
Well, something like that. Giannis Antetokounmpo is in Greece, so that's not that shocking because he's from there. But he's still there, and he was asked about his future with the Milwaukee Bucks by some streamer who I was not so familiar with. His name is
I Show Speed.
And his thing is he barks at people. So, everyone's got a bit. But here's Giannis, and I credit I Show Speed?
Yes.
I credit him for asking the direct question to Giannis. So here it is.
LA, the tax is bad.
Here it is for real.
LA, the tax is bad. New York, tax is bad.
Yeah.
Hell no.
A lot of people have tried to convince me. To go and play there and stuff.
Oh, no. No. So you staying in Milwaukee?
Probably. We'll see. Probably. I love Milwaukee.
Real pregnant pause there. That
Yeah,
we'll see is not very convincing.
I took the headlines where Giannis says he loves Milwaukee. I'm like, that is not love. That feels like a relationship that is about to hit the rocks. Do you love your wife? Probably. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're right. The pregnant pause was big. Like, that felt very shaky for confirmation that he wants to stay a Buck to me.
Well, it also seemed maybe like Giannis was a little blindsided by the question. Maybe they had a stipulation before, hey, don't ask about Milwaukee. And if the guy, the streamer there, really did just ask the question straight up, then I give him some credit for that because, Giannis opened the door where he says a lot of people want me to go play in New York, even though I guess the taxes are high here. You don't have to tell us. And then he says the big pause and the we'll see. And I love Milwaukee. That's not hell
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Probably.
I love Milwaukee.
Yeah,
he's gone.
This is rough.
Yeah,
this is not.
But
good.
did you see what I saw, Maggie? Where a lot of people presenting this as a positive headline for the Bucks if they want to keep Giannis. I did not hear that. I heard that he has an open mind.
Listen,
I love Milwaukee.
I think you also have to couple this with the fact that Giannis has been kind of passive aggressive about the Milwaukee stuff for a couple of years now. He likes holding this. Like any star player, I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong, but he's been pretty passive aggressive. Like whenever he always talks about is Milwaukee making enough winning moves? Are they making enough winning moves to satisfy him? And, he'll go on anyone's podcast and drop these kind of things. And I don't know if, getting rid of Dame, who was not going to be a factor this year because he is recovering from an Achilles, and then and then signing Miles Turner, if that's going to be enough to keep him satisfied.
They don't have a guard. I mean, who's there? That's the thing. You looked at their lineup. I saw this on draft night. Like, they are a very imbalanced lineup. Adding Turner is good. Don't get me wrong, but who's going to? I don't know, do the guard things for this team. I mean, their depth chart is crazy. There's no point guard on there at all.
I'm kind of surprised. Like, if I'm a rival GM and say that is it too late because the draft already happened? But, all the teams that may have been circling around Giannis before that we think, right? The San Antonios or maybe the Knicks or whoever.
Rockets.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that over now? Well, Rockets not trade
until
for
the
Durant.
trade deadline, right?
So I guess we're going to just keep this thing alive until February?
Definitely. I mean, that actually is that happens a lot in the NBA. I mean, a lot of guys have moved at the trade deadline.
Okay, but I ask you if that was the smarter thing for Giannis, because if you are actually trying to get yourself out of a situation where you're still under contract, do you do that at the trade deadline, unless you have one specific place you want to go, or do you do it in the offseason when you have more teams that have more flexibility and you can have a wider pool of potential suitors? The trade deadline, you have no idea what's going to happen. There might only be one or two teams who could even pull something like that off in February.
Yeah, I mean, but it's pretty clear the Bucks did not get a Godfather offer for Giannis, right? I mean, I'm sure that they may never admit it, but I'm sure somebody called. Like the Knicks didn't have nearly the assets to get Giannis. So that's the other thing too. Was there who this summer? What do you need to get back to get Giannis?
It would have been that second overall pick from the Spurs, maybe. I'm just saying because it's a high pick and you can,
Yeah, even that, I'm not sure. Like Dylan Harper, like is that going to do the trick?
I mean, obviously not.
Yeah, it's tough. I just don't. I think he wants out. I am not as super into Giannis as a future player. I feel like because he's not a shooter, like what's he going to be? Is he going to have a career like LeBron? LeBron got better and better as a 3-point shooter in his 30s. Is this guy going to be an NBA title 1A guy?
I mean, well, I don't know if he's trying to be the 1A guy. Maybe he's trying to get himself to a place. Like, think about it. When LeBron was trying to get Anthony Davis and recruited him, basically to just leave New Orleans 2 years before he was a free agent to come to the LA Lakers, it was because he wanted to be the 1B, right? It was because he saw that he needed to team up with somebody else. Maybe Giannis is seeing that. But I'm not sleeping on Giannis. Why not? He's gotten better and added to his game throughout his career.
Well, the Bucks are going to be not good this year. Right. Probably. They're because the Damian Lillard, they gave up so much to get, and they don't have enough pieces around you. I'm sorry, Miles Turner's good, but he's not going to be the piece you need around Giannis.
Well,
so
the Eastern Conference, though.
I don't think they're even close to contenders. Before the Turner trade, there was talk about them tanking this entire year. That word was in the ether. So he turns 31 this season. If they have a bad year and he stays there, he'll be coming into his 32 year. The time's running out. So does he have to go where? The Lakers?
Okay, but if you're going to make that kind of move, you got to make it if you're a star. Now, I don't love how guys like James Harden, kind of quit on the court in Houston and then what he did to blow up things in Brooklyn and all of that. I hate when guys make it messy, but sometimes you just have to be really direct. And that's the thing I think about Giannis. Like, if I'm the front office, I'm John Horst. If I'm the GM in Milwaukee, I'm like, well, what do I do with this now? This, I imagine they're having, good conversations, I guess, behind the scenes. But this is like a big matzo ball to kind of leave out there, big meatball, whatever you want to say, to kind of leave out there when it's an asset that's as big as Giannis. You kind of have to know, are you in or are you out? If he's telling the Bucks behind the scenes, okay, I'm in, and then going on some podcast and doing a we'll see about my future in Milwaukee, you're not helping your team. If Giannis deserves some criticism here.
No, I don't agree with that. He answered the question. What's he supposed to say?
Well, either definitive, yes, I'm staying. I'm still the star there. They're going to build around me. I'm not leaving Milwaukee. I'm all in.
Don't say that.
Or say I want to leave.
Don't say that, because I think it's more complicated. First of all, the teams that have the assets to get him are not places he wants to go. He probably wants to be a Laker or a Knick. He spent his career in Milwaukee. You think he's like, well, I want to go from Milwaukee to Orlando?
Listen, did the Lakers have the assets to get Luka Doncic? No. Somehow you make it happen with these stars in the Lakers. It's still crazy to me.
Okay, so we're going to have two trades that make absolutely no sense. You might be right, but I think the places he wants to go do not have the assets to get him. So it's not as simple as say exactly what you want. You make it sound like Giannis can dictate, I want out of here and I want to go where I want to go. Did you hear about the tax rate in New York? What about that? It's not as simple as he could say, you know what, I'm done with Milwaukee. Put me in a Laker uniform or a Clipper uniform or a Brooklyn Net uniform, whatever. It's just not that simple. So he has to sort of go both ways.
Can we, I disagree with that, but can we play the game of the guy who's complaining about taxes? And can we just look and see how much Giannis has made in his career?
A lot of money.
Anybody want to guess on the career earnings of Giannis?
You have it?
I'm about to have it if the internet can just be a little bit faster around here.
All right, because I have it.
I'm going to get, all right, then I'll guess. Close this down. I think Giannis is probably approaching $300 million at this point. So he made $260, $270, something like that. Anyone else want to get in on a price?
$1.
$310.
$300.
According to Spotrac, career earnings $283 million.
Okay, so approaching $300 million. Does that person have the least right to complain about taxes? Or
well, he's losing more from the taxes than anyone. So I've got to get out my trusty calculator.
Right, I didn't want to make it like that. I'm just saying that.
No, he has more reason to avoid the taxes than anybody else. The more money you make, the more reason you have to avoid taxes.
But the more money you make, the more
money you have.
Losing is not as big a deal.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, but think about what you're talking about here. He's looking at a mass. That's like, how much does he make a year? 50?
Yeah, about that.
So he's looking at a $7 million a year difference being in New York or being in Florida.
Oh my God, how's he going to feed his family?
Well, it's like if you had an offer, okay, like, I mean, that makes a difference. Like a team can outbid you by $7 million. So like he's looking for the highest bidder.
Then don't say it's about the winning. And if I'm Milwaukee, I'm like, well, what's all this winning about? If it's really just about a tax rate is 7% versus 3% versus 0% or whatever you want to go play in Texas with no state income tax, then don't say it's because I need another championship and I'm willing to do anything to get it. Because if you really think that the Knicks or the Lakers are your best shot, then you go there even despite the tax rate. Sorry, multimillionaire.
Yeah, it's funny, Bill, but like we would say if a guy gets one offer from one team for 50 and another offer from another team for 43, you'd say, well, of course you take the 50, right?
Well, but don't you take the best chance to win? Like if you're going to say all I want to do is get another title and you think one team is closer than another, this is why I don't like how Giannis has handled any of this. And
no, we don't do that with young players. We don't say a quarterback who, I mean, we do it when they get older, but a guy like, for example, someone getting into their first contract, like Tua or Trevor, we didn't say, they should take $8 million less to be a winner. Like we don't kill them at that point, do we?
I think we do say stuff like I think the average fan does wonder why don't guys take less. You talk about Tom Brady like he's a Patriot saint because he took less money.
LeBron James, like he could have opted out and signed for the mid-level on a championship team, and if he really wanted to win a title so bad, to go do that.
And we
he's paying too much California tax. Like he can't afford it. No, but it's funny about the tax rate. Like it is like these are real numbers for these players. Like that's like $60 million for LeBron.
Oh.
I mean, for Giannis.
Okay, but then we're talking about winning here, and that's what he's always holding
that's
over.
A totally different story.
But he's holding this like anvil over the heads of Milwaukee's front office about whether or not they do enough to put enough around him. Meanwhile, if you want to leave, just go.
So are you saying he should leave for the minimum and go to the Lakers? Like that kind of sounds what you're implying.
I'm just saying, no, because he's in the middle of a contract right now. I'm just saying, be fine getting your money. I have no problem with it. Just two things. Don't say you're all about winning, but then complain about taxes in a state that you think you can win a title in. That seems just ridiculous to an average person. And secondly, if you want to go. You know, the middle of the road thing, which is not new. He's been doing this for years now. If you're going to do the middle of the road passive aggressive stuff, I don't have respect for that.
By the way, the podcaster brought up the taxes first, right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't think
he's
Giannis.
Making conversation.
Giannis was just like trying to answer that question in English. I don't think he was like sitting there with a calculator like I just did.
I have my tax attorney on the phone, actually.
The question I had, though, was he said that people are trying to get him to go to New York. Yeah. I was curious. Who are those people?
Yeah.
But he wants to go to New York. We saw him right after the season walking into a CVS on Broadway. Like he really has an affinity for New York. You could tell.
But that's like Kirk Cousins at the Chipotle in Cleveland. Here's the thing, though. EJ's right. If it's the media, well, then that's just us.
Right.
Like we're just talking because we like to play GM. But if it's his inner circle.
No, I can tell. I've heard Giannis talk about New York. He wants to be here. I think it's more of an international city. I've sensed an attraction to New York from Giannis. You know what I'm talking about, right, EJ? Or
I do, but when I heard those comments, though, he didn't sound gung-ho about it. Again, putting it on other people, saying, like, other people want me to go there. And I'm like, well, hey, that doesn't sound good for us. Like, why aren't you here then?
Maybe
and
he
the
was
second
trying
thing
to,
was like, who are these people? Or is it are the Bucks saying, hey, if you go to New York, they're willing to give us their whole team? Or, or is it, again, his inner circle, his brother saying, hey, go to New York. You could be great. Like
his wife?
Maybe.
You think Thanasis has got a vote here?
Definitely.
Next
I
draft
don't know.
pick.
I saw his wife with a stroller in New York. She looked pretty content. I think also he's trying to soften the blow to Milwaukee. Like I don't think if he come out and said, "Yeah, I love New York," like all of a sudden the headline is Giannis pines for New York, wants out of Milwaukee.
Well, don't toy with people though, right? You're like worried about how this is going to land with Bucks fans. Newsflash, it's going to land terribly. They're going to keep loving you because you won a title there, so all will eventually be forgiven. No. But if you leave Milwaukee for New York, yes, you're going to have detractors. People are going to burn your jersey. All that stuff is going to happen because it's going to look like you turned your back on the team.
So what would you have had Giannis do yesterday? I just want to get it on the table. Say it again. If you're Giannis, how would you have answered that question?
So you leave Milwaukee? Nope.
Then what happens if he leaves in a year? People are going to play that quote and say you were such a hypocrite and a liar.
Well, is he leaving right now? This is what I'm saying. No, I'm in on Milwaukee for this season. People may be, worried about Dame.
Yeah.
I'm
That's basically what he said.
No, he didn't.
He said, I love Milwaukee. I'm in if he had said, I'm in for Milwaukee for this season, the headline is Giannis wants out after this season.
No, well, there's a better way you can say it, but no. Here's the thing: if you looked at the transcript of this, he says, "I love Milwaukee," but how he says it.
LA, the tax is bad. New York, tax is bad.
Yeah.
Hell nah.
A lot of people tried to convince me to go and play there and stuff.
Oh no. So you staying in Milwaukee?
Probably. We'll see. Probably. I love Milwaukee.
Yeah, maybe this is about my person. You got to keep your options open because it's not that clear. He can't just say, Maggie, I want to go to L.A. or New York. Like, it's not how it works. Do you ever hear the aprons? The salary cap? Like, it's just, by the way, say he did want to go to the Knicks. We have two Knicks fans over it. There's just no possible way that can happen, right?
I wouldn't say no possible way. It is difficult. That's the way I would say it. It's difficult. Because Giannis would basically have to say, I don't want to play anywhere else.
Yeah, you'd have to do what Kevin Durant did to get to Phoenix, even though that was a terrible, ending terribly, but he did it.
Pieces. They just don't have draft picks. That's the problem.
Yeah, they have one draft pick.
Right, but they got players. They have guys. It's not they don't have guys on the team.
Beyond that, you're welcome to weigh in on Giannis. Is he handling this the right way or the wrong way? 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Yeah, who do you think are these people who are trying to get him to go to New York?
I know exactly who it is. It's 100%, 110% his wife.
But she's from Milwaukee, isn't she? They met there.
That could be, but she seemed pretty comfortable in New York in that little video I saw.
Yes, Perloff now an expert. Let's hear another fun story from this sit down. So Giannis is talking to show some speed.
I show speed.
I'm never gonna get this. I'm writing it down so I don't keep.
On the cut sheet.
I know. Oh, you're right. It is here.
39.
I'm sorry.
It's in all caps.
It's in all caps. I get it. This is me. This is not a you thing. I'm acknowledging it's me. So they're talking about Perloff. Apparently, Michael Jordan is planning to be in Greece today. Michael Jordan's going to be in Greece. So I Show Speed asked Giannis if he could introduce him to MJ.
I want to meet Jordan one day.
Want a minute? When you leave?
I can disclose that.
Okay, I know you can. Okay, if you're here tomorrow, come with me.
Really?
Swear to God. Hey, this is set by Nike. This is set by Nike, for real. Don't come to Jordan and start barking.
I'm not.
Don't come to MJ and start barking. He gonna choke you. Bro, he gonna choke your ass.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
I too would love to see Michael Jordan choke out I Show Speed.
This is the off-season content.
And he's got to bark at him, right? Like I Show Speed. If he doesn't start talking trash to Jordan, then we want our money back.
Well, when you say bark, you're not saying like talk trash. Literally, yeah.
He actually barks at people.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to Jordan.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant talk trash.
No. This is a literal barking.
Got it.
Walking
Sorry.
up to people and just barks at them as if he were a canine. It's not funny.
It's a silly bit, and I wouldn't do it to Jordan. And
you wouldn't do it to a normal person.
Got it.
And if I'm Giannis, I don't even think I'm bringing this guy around Jordan because now he's like your responsibility. You know, you bring a friend to a party, you're kind of like tangentially responsible for them.
Hey, Giannis, can I meet MJ?
It's like the who invited that guy. You know, you don't want to be the person who literally invited that guy.
No, but I think Jordan would love it. Jordan must be so bored of the Nike meet and greets that he'd die for any kind of distraction. I could see Jordan being into this.
Jordan choking out a streamer would be like the most viral clip in the history of the internet. And now it has to happen.
I know.
Now Jordan would be my GOAT.
This feels like something that would interest Michael Jordan to me. Like, I think it's hard to get Michael's attention. I feel like this whole scenario would be, he doesn't want to meet Giannis. I'm sure he'd much rather hang out with this.
Yeah, somewhat. He's probably tired of people kissing his butt all day.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? This is right up his alley. Jordan, the opportunity to choke some guy out, he's all in, I'm sure.
You know how this ends? This ends with I Show Speed, like penniless and destitute, with like Michael Jordan having taken all of his money in some kind of poker game.
Yeah, like the frizzy-haired guy in the Bulls locker room.
Absolutely. Also, can we just acknowledge one thing about that story? So I Show Speed, the streamer who's talking to Giannis, and now this viral clip about Milwaukee, Giannis said, how long are you staying in Greece? And he said, I can't disclose that. Like his travel schedule is on par with some kind of world leader.
Yeah.
Yet Giannis is willingly telling people that Michael Jordan is in Greece today.
That's a good point.
Who's more important here?
Well,
whose travel schedule do we think should be a little more under wraps?
I can disclose that.
Okay, I know you can.
Why is Giannis know he can't disclose? Anyway.
I can't let the Illuminati know where I am.
I think Giannis, I would love to be friends with that guy. He seems like the nicest pro athlete on the planet.
Giannis is the guy you'd want to be best friends with?
Oh, my God. I've always wanted to be friends with Giannis. Haven't you guys? Remember there were all those shows about Giannis like 3 years ago? He just seems like positive energy personified.
Trying to think who I'd want to be best friends with. Not Jordan, because I can't handle the smoke like that. It'd be too stressful to be friends with him. I think LeBron seems pretty generous to his friends.
Oh my God.
He basically made them all billionaires.
He's not friends with. He's not generous to Drake.
Well, he just picked sides.
I thought he jumped back on the Drake bandwagon. No. I thought he showed up at a concert. Am I crazy?
No, he showed up at the Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. No, I feel like he's back with Drake.
That is not true. Drake dissed him literally a couple days ago.
Well, who's the guy who's back with Drake?
I don't know. It was not LeBron James.
But LeBron, think about it. Maverick Carter, all those guys, they were high school buddies. Now they're multimillionaires. He took everybody with him.
Yeah, but it feels like, I mean, to be honest, this is probably good for LeBron, but it feels like he's got to get something out of the friendship. He's all right, if you're going to be my friend, I need something out of this. All right, you're going to work for me, or you're going to help my brand, or whatever, which is cool. I mean, like, you're working for LeBron James, but now I'm like, is he really my friend?
Well,
I think Drake learned that. He's like, wait a minute. Like, we were actually, like, I was at your, like, you, like, were at my, like, early mixtape, like, release parties, and
I'm
now
sure
you're hanging
Drake
out with
doesn't
Kendrick
use
Lamar.
anybody. You have to if you want to get that famous. Maybe Steph Curry.
Combination.
Might be fun. You got to probably
Steph
hang out
would
with.
be, Steph be, that's like a dad hangout, though.
Play
That's
golf?
like Kirk Cousins.
Klay
of
Thompson
the
would
NBA.
be my guy.
Klay on the boat?
You're a boat person?
Klay Thompson's, he's just a cool guy. Did you see he was with Megan Thee Stallion?
Oh. They're dating?
Well, Megan Thee Stallion posted a picture, a bikini picture by the pool, and then people zoomed in the background and was like, "That's Klay Thompson." And somebody was like, "This is what happens when you have like such distinctive facial hair that he couldn't be anybody else."
Maybe they were soft launching their relationship.
Oh,
Klay Thompson's the last guy. Why would you want to be for Klay Thompson? No offense, is so boring though.
Every single NBA player loves Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson is this low key. You would rather be friends with him. Giannis is just like walks in and lights up a room.
Klay Thompson talks trash. He's yeah, exactly. He'll say whatever. Like he's a fun time.
Holy cannoli.
I think the boat is what sealed it. Women love boats, guys. I mean, did you not see the Cardi B Stephon Diggs? He's out there talking to other girls on bikinis, but it's a boat, so it's kind of forgiven.
Also, Klay Thompson, you want to talk about the women, he no misses.
Yeah.
You ever heard an interview with Klay Thompson? Am I missing something about Klay Thompson? Like, I guess he plays it out. Like, he is deadpan. Like, he is quiet, and
Well, I think
maybe he's different.
Maybe that's surprising to women that he's so famous, but also kind of low key and cool, and
Or
that
maybe
could be
it's
attractive.
He's an NBA player who's not married and has $400 million in the bank.
That as well, and knows his way around a boat. Guys, I'm telling you, don't discount the boat thing. It's a cool skill.
He's got that California cool.
Also that island vibe too from his dad.
Yeah,
his dad
exactly.
is super cool.
Yep.
Oh, Jazz Chisholm would be my friend.
I feel like you'd find yourself suddenly like naked in Scandinavia somehow. It's like I was hanging out with Jazz and now I woke up naked in Sweden. How did this happen?
Yeah.
SGA. Because Canadian people are very nice.
Yeah, you're just
He's
killing
like
Klay Thompson for being low key, and now you want to go to SGA.
No, but Canadian
He's like
people
taking
are also
no-nos compared
they have
to
the
Klay
same sense of humor as me. Like I think SGA would fit. Klay, I admit, I don't know much about his personality. He came on the Dan Patch show once. And I'm like, somebody like get it smelling salts and put him under his nose, please, because he is half asleep for this. But he did seem cool. SGA, he's the nicest superstar. Him and Giannis, like I'm going for nice. What
Okay.
you want to hang out with LeBron and worry about like being on the chair in the barbershop show and talking trash?
Get a haircut.
Like
That is true. You
I feel
get
like the
your
level
haircut.
of trash talk around LeBron is high. That might be difficult for me.
I know you're from Philly. Just hit him with a couple of your mom jokes.
Or throw batteries at him.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476.
Freaking bum.
That started with Giannis, that conversation. Do you like how he's handling this? And should he stay in Milwaukee? Let us know what you think. We have some NFL for you in just a moment. Our favorite sideline outbursts from the history of the NFL. We'll get to that next.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
This MLS game preview is sponsored by Lowe's. Member Week is here. Save up to 40% off home essentials. Join Lowe's free today. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. MLS game preview. Manny, let's go.
All right, guys, bear with me here for a second. Inter Miami played 4 games in a span of 15 days at the Club World Cup. The restart to the domestic schedule, unkind to Miami. They are in game 3 of 5 to be played over the course of 14 days. That's 9 soccer games in a little over a month, something that the European mind might not be able to comprehend. But that's what Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and Sergio Busquets have had to deal with. Their month-long footy marathon continues tomorrow when they host Nashville SC. The boys in gold, that's Nashville. They sit in second place of the Eastern Conference with 41 points, 1 off the lead. They're coming off a 1-0 win over Philadelphia last week, while the Herons, they sit in 5th place with 35 points. They're coming off a 2-1 win against the New England Revolution on Wednesday. Nashville SC, Inter Miami CF, kickoff scheduled for tomorrow, 7:45 Eastern.
That's a heck of a schedule. That's pretty crazy.
That's awful.
Well, I mean, It's exciting if you have tickets to that game, though. Any of
Sucks
those
if you're
games.
Lionel Messi, though. That's a lot of running at that advanced age. It's my king, though.
Let's get to Bogusch, who's got headlines for us on what is a very busy summer Friday. What's up, Bogusch?
And I don't mean to get Pearl riled up again, but there's another huge money contract floating around the NBA. And once again, it's the Thunder giving it out. Jalen Williams, a rookie max extension, 5 years, as much as $287 million. Between Williams, SGA, and Chet Holmgren, OKC has pledged $822 million this summer.
Oh.
Is he? I don't know how good that guy is. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know he's good, obviously, but is he like a superstar, a star, other?
He's definitely a star.
I know, but is he? So
He's
is
getting
he a
paid
superstar?
like a superstar.
No, I mean, is he? He just won a title. Is he a superstar?
No, I think superstar, you know when you see it. I think you gotta, but I think he's the third piece or the second piece, maybe, and Chet Holmgren's the third piece. However you want to do this of this, of this big three that
Right, like-
everyone's expecting to, have a stranglehold on the NBA for the next 5 years.
Like, if he was on the Washington Wizards, would anybody ever talk about him?
Oh, but
There's
that's
very
unfair.
few players, I think, who anyway we would talk about if they were on the Wizards.
Yeah, I think he's fancy Chris Middleton. He's young, fancy Chris Middleton. That's who Jalen Williams
Chris
is.
Middleton's a champion.
Yeah,
and really
so
good.
is Jalen Williams.
And Chris Middleton was the third
star.
best player
Yeah.
on that championship team. Probably Giannis, Drew Holiday, than him.
But
Yeah,
the fight.
he was a star. I mean, he had some game winners on that postseason run. He was a very good player.
Yeah, the funny thing is Jalen Williams had some great games and some really bad games. He was super hot and cold for that whole run. And his game is so boring. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say, like, he's even more mid-range than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Show me a Jalen Williams dunk highlight once.
Well, I will say, though, is that, like, what I keep reminding people all about the Thunder is that these guys are so young. I mean, Jalen Williams, I think, is 23. Like, I mean, like, he's nowhere near his prime, you would think. So he's already an all-star, 21-point scorer, and a guy who just was a second cog on a championship team. Like, the projection suggests that he's going to be a star in this league, and he already is.
And had he played baseball, he would have waited another 6 years for this type of contract.
Exactly.
Also, can you imagine how big a strike zone would be?
Yeah, the automated strike zone would be like, everything.
Yeah, anything near the
Yeah.
plate. That's why you don't see a lot of 6'10" guys.
On a lesser scale, the Pelicans and Herb Jones inking a 3-year extension worth just $68 million. He is now signed for 5 years and $97
good
million.
contract.
And then we get to Cooper Flagg, Summer League debut last night in Vegas. Only 10 points, shooting 5 for 21 from the floor. But he did have 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block in his first taste of non-college basketball.
I mean, it's just a different game, different pace, different feel, different spacing. Just a lot of adjustments, but we'll be all right.
Flagg on ESPN after an 87-85 win over Bronny and the Lakers. The younger James scored just 8, didn't shoot it well either, just 2 for 8 from him.
Who scored?
Ryan Nembhard.
You know what's funny? So they asked Cooper Flagg a million different ways about this, and everything was a version of "we're going to be all right," And it didn't have that, everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be all right. It was not like the panic, but he kept saying, "Well, it was really tough, but everything's going to be okay." Like he was convincing himself.
RELAX.
Yeah, kind of.
Tipped pitches or not, the Yankees hadn't done this since 2016.
Bases full, 10th inning, 5-5 game, 1-1. Judge, high fly ball. Center field, will it be deep enough? Rodriguez comes in, makes the catch. Volpe tags, throw home on a line, tag! Save! Save! Save!
Was he safe? Anthony Volpe sliding around Cal Raleigh's tag to get the Yankees a 6-5 win in 10. After they trailed 5-0, they didn't have a hit until the 8th inning. First time in 9 years the Bombers have won after trailing by 5 or more through 7. Braves lost 5-4-11 to the A's in Sacramento. Atlanta hasn't won a series in 3 weeks, and the Cardinals took their rubber game from the Nats 8-1. Najee Harris's agent says the Chargers running back suffered a superficial eye injury during a fireworks mishap on July 4th.
Boy.
The first rumors about this incident said Harris was hurt far more severely. And the men's semis are coming at Wimbledon today. American Taylor Fritz deals with Carlos Alcaraz at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Then it's Novak Djokovic and Yannick Sinner. Guys, back to you.
Folks, thanks so much. Okay, coming up, we have our favorite moments from NFL mic'd up segments, I guess. Our favorite outbursts.
I'm Joe.
Yeah, this one is inspired by Joe Burrow we got from the quarterback show, which Bogusch is now in on.
Please.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the first time around. And this, I'm a sucker for anything behind the scenes.
Yeah. Like the Hard Knocks kind of thing.
But it is full of minor things that keep twisting my brain. You already mentioned Mrs. Goff's calendar being in Jared's office.
Yeah, the swimsuit calendar is just hanging on the wall.
But it's actually a functional calendar. I was thinking about that all night last night. So you need a calendar once in a while, like to mark like when you're on vacation and stuff.
Okay, but I looked and it says May, and this is definitely an in-season clip of him in his office.
You paused it and read it?
No, I could see it right away.
That's good. Oh, okay.
It says May.
A lot of people probably paused on that one thing because it's his wife in a swimsuit calendar and she's in a bathing suit.
So it's not all her. I did make that connection. It's not a calendar about her. It's just one of her.
That was my thought.
Yeah.
Maggie said it's probably just a swimsuit calendar, so it's
Got
all of the
it.
months.
She gets 1 month.
Right.
It'd be
So
pretty
that's why it's on
baller if
there.
she got all 12 months.
Anybody got a timestamp for that?
I thought he went to Snapfish and made it or something. You know.
I don't understand.
Like we do. Like we have a calendar.
Zazzle it?
Yeah, my mother makes one for the whole family, so I get all my relatives' birthdays on there.
And who's in the provocative swimsuit?
Just then, am I the only one with a family calendar?
No, we do count that. My father-in-law makes the same thing, and nobody's like
Wearing a swimsuit?
posing on the beach like that. It's like the kids in Halloween costumes for October.
Do you have any swimsuit models in your family, Maggie?
You know the answer to that. We only have foot models. And,
You get to make more money that way. The other thing that I couldn't stop thinking about was there's a scene where Kirk Cousins and his family are coming off the airplane in like Antigua to get his stem cells.
Yeah.
And they treat it like it's no big deal.
Well, and
he has no idea how stem cells work.
So there's that. But then his wife also goes, "What did you do with your time on the plane?" And he says, "Oh, I did this and I watched the Barbie movie." Was he sitting in first class and they were in the back? How would she not know what
I actually had that same thought too.
Oh, wait.
That's the thing.
No.
No shot.
I mean, that guy's got millions in the bank. There's no way that you're putting little kids in coach.
Yeah, you are.
Do you think that they were sitting in separate rows? And,
Yes.
and they were, but still,
Just two boys.
which we've done. I've done that as my family, but I still kind of know what everyone's doing because I can still see everyone's
Okay, so you're
screen and stuff.
Traveling with a family of 4.
Right.
You got 2 parents, 2 kids on an airplane. Each parent takes a kid, especially these kids are young.
Right.
Each parent takes a kid. It's possible you could be on one window seat, she's on the other window seat. Are you really yelling across? What movie are you watching?
This was a thing. 'Cause I was like, I heard about this. Matt Stafford, he apparently, someone spotted him in first class, and then Kelly and the rest of the family was in coach. This was a thing like literally a couple months ago.
That is grounds for divorce.
Oh, okay.
If you're that rich.
Careful, Andy.
I mean, the two of them should be flying private.
I mean,
Yeah,
you could,
they must be private.
No, you can fly regular. He seemed like, I don't know, and then everyone has to fly private all the time. Like, if you're not under a time constraint, it's not an emergency. He's going to Antigua to get some stem cell treatment into his Achilles. Like, why not just fly first class?
I
Like,
just
you're not
heard-
above it.
No. I just heard on part of my take, Big Cat flies private on family vacations because you don't want to take kids through the airport. It's the biggest pain in the butt there is.
I like we just took my kid to the airport. I like it. He's got to carry his own
my
bag.
God.
He
You're
drags his
insane.
little Spider-Man bag
Go
along
ahead.
with him, and it teaches him how to behave in a public place like that.
Wow.
All right.
And does he?
Let's be happy Maggie's not our mom.
Knock on wood.
Yeah,
He
first of all,
loves
you
to
have
fly.
one.
I do. I
Yeah,
know.
that's a-
Everyone
that's
tells
a-
me I'm like
that's a-
cheating.
that's a
I know.
big thing.
That's like
I
basically
know.
having a pet.
Hey.
Wow.
I mean,
No, I have to queue up the movie for him.
And
A
then he's
pet can't do
fine.
that.
He just compared
and
your
by the
son
way,
to
and I'm well aware,
Hermes.
I have
I've
two.
done
That's
it.
nothing. The people are playing zone with 3 or 4. Like,
Yeah, my mom had 4 boys.
oh my
God.
God.
How
And not
she-
pretty close in age, too, right?
Yes.
There's a
10-year difference.
halo above her head. We can confirm.
What problems does she have now? Does she like twitch? Does she?
No, she's fine.
She's a Raiders fan.
She's
That's not going to help.
Yeah, well, that started in high school. That was before. That's not my fault.
And Penn State.
Yeah.
Go Lions.
I think my biggest obsession from the quarterback show is, and they do it on purpose, the eclectic Kirk Cousins music takes. I don't know how far you guys are into it.
I'm that far in.
The Celine Dion.
Well, it's not just Celine Dion. The rap songs that he's obsessed with, like, it's a long journey.
That's Kirk O'Chains.
Yeah, it's there's a lot. By the end of the thing, there's about 14 songs that is identified as a theme song of the 2024 Falcons.
Are you fond of that?
Yeah, he really loves that swag surf song.
Yeah.
He credited Tom Petty for the comeback win over the Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
It's a good song.
And then he has a 2 Chainz song that is he declared the song of the year.
Yeah, because he said they played Tom Petty's "Don't Back Down," and then he actually was like, you know what? Tom Petty's right. This is why I told you guys, Kirk Cousins is not a real person.
It's a lot of Kirk Cousins.
It's just he's not real. There's nobody who's this corny.
Are you amenable to that?
It's like he's creating the movie in real time. Like he's directing a show.
Yeah. I did my Athlon column on 10 things I learned, and one of them was when did you guys see when he took Baker Mayfield hostage after the game? And he's like, you are just a good quarterback. You're the greatest quarterback I ever saw. Baker was like, dude, I have to go to the bathroom. Can you stop praising me?
Also, we just lost, so I want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but Kirk Cousins running for mayor of the NFL. He wants to be best friends with every single person that is either with the league. Like, he is ridiculous. He's like a politician, though. It's kind of like on a surface level, right?
I think it comes across as weirdly as being inauthentic because it feels
like a politician.
Like Russell Wilson also has shades of this. It's just like this is too good to be true. No one's life is no even people who are blessed with money or whatever. Like nobody is this curated in real life.
Yeah, but I mean, he did get on camera and said, "I had no idea the Falcons were taking Michael Penix," so that was a good moment. There was a little real there. I mean, that was crazy.
So, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy at the time. It's still crazy.
I can't believe he admitted that too. Like,
well, he said he would have stayed in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's a line. I was like,
I didn't love that.
But still,
he wanted the starting job on a silver platter, and it just backfired.
Can you imagine how upset he is that he actually said that? You're right. It's not something that. So, but anyway, yeah, Kirk. I'm a Kirk fan. I'm a Goff. I love all of them.
What?
I really love Goff's wife.
Well timed. Anyway, inspired by that quarterback show, which is pretty silly, we will get our favorite sideline outbursts next.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
Perk your ears up, my man. Perk your ears up. I'm a little older, but my swing is the same. Ask the ladies, the females, and all the dames. Here's some medication, Kaplan. I think you're going insane. I'll treat you like little shop of horrors. Feed me, Seymour. You're easy to consume. Kronos and Zeus get nervous when I enter the room. I pull a full court press. Have the papers reading Andrew Kaplan. May he rest. I take low-brow, low-budget AI using rappers and send them to the deepest, darkest depths. I don't need AI to have my back. I'm a north side cat with 5 dudes tapped. At this age, I'm trying to chill and relax and just lay back with senoritas and margaritas, but I can come out of retirement for one more sack. Slow down. You're not the head of the class. That AI scoring got you thinking you're moving to the head of the class. I'm the king of the ring. I see you pull the muscle, you're not running too fast. And you done messed around and got big friendly on your...
No AI there.
All right, friendly.
Now I'm willing And I'm willing to squash it now, Cap. I know you're sitting back with your little fingers typing and getting all intricate, baby. But, hey, Big Friendly is a monument of Mount Olympus of California, baby. I'm on.
Oh, Mike, Maggie, you didn't tell me
2
there's a
minutes
roof.
remaining.
There's a roof. There's a roof. There's a roof.
You're good.
Oh, well, Mike, Maggie, you didn't tell me there's a roof.
There's a
1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. $45 seconds remaining. $30 seconds remaining. $15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Welcome back. Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. Okay, so Joe Burrow gets caught, not caught, but he's on the sideline, Pearl, during a game against the Tennessee Titans, a game that the Cincinnati Bengals actually won last year, but he was not happy with how the team played.
What the are we doing, man? Wake the up! Mental mistakes all day.
Way to finish the day. That's a great drive to finish it. I know it's a frustrating,
Embarrassing performance by us. Embarrassing.
Listen, we'll address it. But at the same time, let's enjoy some wins.
That. We sucked today. That was embarrassing. Okay. We jumped off sides 8 times.
I know that. Okay? I'm gonna praise our defense.
Praise our defense. That's Zach Taylor trying to calm down Joe Burrow with all the expletives. This was on the Netflix show Quarterback, so it got us thinking about some of our favorite sideline outbursts, Pearl, of all time.
Yeah, mic'd up sections are awesome.
Yeah, from NFL Films, which you worked for a while.
Well, I was actually working for the NFL, but they had me go down to NFL Films in Mount Laurel all the time and clip videos for the NFL channel, and it's awesome. They've been micing things up for 60 years now, and the stuff they've collected over the years is utterly amazing.
What is your favorite mic'd up moment?
Well, I actually want to do one that is not one of the classics, like famously, obviously, originally Hank Stram. This one always makes me laugh. Can we play when Robbie, I don't know if he was Anderson or Chose at the time, was talking about the mascot?
What's that bear doing?
The bear.
Panther.
That's Sir Purr, bro.
Who?
Sir Purr.
How you say that? Sir Purr. Sir Purr. Oh, Sir Purr? Wow. You call him that?
Yeah, that's his name.
So you be like, what's up, Sir Purr?
Okay, that's the wide receiver, Robbie Anderson, who changed his name, who was on the Panthers and couldn't understand why there was a bear out in the crowd.
It's not a bear. It's a
What's
panther.
the line? Did he say, what's that bear doing?
What's that bear doing? Oh, Sir Purr? So good.
You know the NFL Films loved miking up Robbie Anderson, too.
That dude.
Sorry, Chosen Robinson, what? I don't even know what his name is.
Robbie Chosen.
Yeah,
But then did he make Chosen his first name at one point, too?
Oh, that I didn't know.
I could be wrong.
First name?
Who can keep up? My favorite mic'd up moment, this is an old one. It's from Shannon Sharp when the Broncos are playing the Pats and they're just crushing them. And he goes over to a sideline phone and starts having some fun.
I called the president. President, we need a National Guard. We need as many men as you can spare because we are killing the Patriots. So call the dogs off. Send the National Guard, please. They need emergency help. Please help these folks. They're coming. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Help is on the way, I promise you.
Oh, boy.
All-time great one. And then actually Tyreek Hill, I think, ended up doing something like that, and he kind of like made fun of it. EJ, what was your favorite mic'd up one? You've been going through a lot of this sound the last couple days.
I know, and there's so many great ones. I think for me, I go back to, as a Jet fan, this was during Hard Knocks. You have Rex Ryan cut 30, Manny, talking to his team after a lackluster practice, and he was not happy.
Let's make sure we play like the New York Jets and not some slap team. That's what I want to see tomorrow. Do we understand what the I want to see tomorrow? Let's go to eat a damn snack.
That was Rex Ryan. It was a great scene because at one point Rex got like some stomach stapling surgery or something like that, and he got kind of skinny for a little bit. But this was when Rex was in full.
This was before the lap band surgery.
Lap band.
He's going crazy, super serious, and he ends it with "Let's eat a GD snack."
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
Yeah. That was an all-time Hard Knock season. That was unbelievable.
To be honest, I think they've been chasing it like ever. I don't know if we've had a better Hard Knock season since
that was one of the best ones, definitely.
Because they also had a really, not just because we live in this area, because we got a Jets fan on the show, but because there was a true contract impasse that was happening with Darrelle Revis at the time, and that you really weren't sure which way that was going to go. So that made it compelling as well.
By the way, I just wanted to point out, Manny, you can play cut 25, I'm sorry. Because I didn't realize, we talked about Aaron Rodgers and his interesting story of him talking to Aaron Glenn. You don't know me, and you don't know me. And I said, exactly. I'm cutting these clips, and I realized that was not the first time Aaron Rodgers had this way of telling a story. Cut 25.
Poke the barrel. I ain't doing that, bro. I'm not going to hurt you. Then I gave him the line that's come back with a bow. I said, I don't even know who you are. And he said, I don't know who you are. I said, well.
I said, you don't know me. And he said, you don't know me. And then I said, exactly.
That was actually against the Giants, that clip that Aaron Rodgers, he was trash talking some defensive tackle for the Giants. I forgot who it was.
It's Jihad Ward.
Jihad Ward, hottie.
Oh, man. This is just how Aaron Rodgers tells stories.
I just realized that now. That is how he tells us things.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I was at the grocery store, and I was like, do you have cornflakes? And then they were like, we don't have them. And I was like, did you check in the back?
It made me think that. I mean, I think his story is probably 100% accurate now because we saw the clip. Like, Jihad Ward definitely says, I don't know who you are. And he's like, you don't know who I am? Like, we saw the clip. The first clip shows the interaction they had.
Yeah.
So then he tells the story on the sidelines, and it's 100% true. But that's exactly how he told the Aaron Glenn story. I found that hilarious.
So, man, I mean, Rodgers, he did drop the mic on Aaron Glenn in his own version. Exactly. So maybe he's just been doing this all over the NFL.
By the way, I do want to clarify one thing. April 15, 2023, Dolphins signed Chosen Anderson. He had a year of Chosen as his first name. What's that bear doing up there?
That's shockingly not the dumbest thing he's ever done.
Oh.
Google it.
Not even close.
Google it. Because I can't say it on terrestrial radio. Coming up is Tom Brady Overexposed.
Let's go to eat a damn snack.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 4 minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. One minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. Forty-five seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Got a first look at Cooper Flagg last night, playing against Bronny James in Summer League. We get back to that in just a moment. But welcome to the show, Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. We've got plenty of basketball for you. But I have a question for you football-wise, Pearl. And it's just something I've noticed over the last couple days. Maybe it's because I'm extremely in the news, but it's about a very famous person. And that's Tom Brady.
Okay.
Have you noticed that Tom Brady is everywhere this summer? And this is just a trend that's continued basically, I want to say, since his divorce and retirement from the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, we were at a Fanatics Fest in New York City, and he just hung out all 3 days. It felt like he was like looking for people to talk to.
I was asking, is he getting a cut of every person who walks through the door? Because he is emceeing this Fanatics Fest like he was really hosting the whole thing, like it was his personal
The
party.
answer to that is very much a yes.
Probably.
I'm sure he's got stock in Fanatics.
Okay, so can I just ask this question? And I'm going to do it without trying to sound like a hater. I'm really just asking. I'm not jealous of Tom Brady. He deserves everything coming his way. But this is the most like exposed I've seen an athlete of his caliber. We were doing our Mount Olympus and Mount Olympus yesterday, the four sports gods, period. And Tom Brady was originally going to be on my list. It's, he's one of the most famous, but also most accomplished and respected athletes that we have. Like, he would be on an elite of an elite list. I know Jordan has the Jordan brand, but Michael Jordan himself, I feel like, did kind of stay a little bit behind the scenes. Joe Montana lives a pretty low-key life.
Yep.
You've got Tom Brady now. Even when he was married to one of the most famous supermodels in the world and winning Super Bowls, I feel like he wasn't this exposed as he's been since he retired. It's Fox, obviously, which is great. Broadcasting, we get access to his mind, which is really cool as a fan. I think he got a lot better also as the season went on. Owning the Raiders, the Fanatics Fest thing we talked about. He's all over the Bezos wedding. He's being linked to every half of Hollywood. Haters. Yeah. People like me. I know this sounds like I'm being sour grapes on the guy. I'm just merely noticing how it feels like Brady is everywhere in our lives. And maybe because Belichick kept things so under wraps in New England that we're just noticing it. But compared to other guys of his peers, I feel like we don't get this much tabloid fodder from someone who is this respected as an athlete. Am I crazy?
I would say LeBron is very visible. Very visible. And he weighs in on everything.
You're right. Okay.
And I think LeBron does that because he's very interested in his Hollywood career.
But he also gets some, he gets a little blowback from it too. Like, you put yourself out there in a podcast and stuff. We make fun of LeBron a lot.
But no one made fun of The Shop. And that was a very candid, funny show. And that was several seasons of that.
Really well produced.
Yeah.
And
that worked, I thought.
That did work. But
LeBron all this is working for Tom Brady. Like, what's the problem?
Well, I just wonder, is this like, are you are building your brand, or are you kind of, I don't know, burning it out?
Well, listen, Tom Brady's he's been a salesman. I mean, do you remember he did Tom versus Time and Man in the Arena back to back?
Yeah.
And there was
two documentaries.
Two documentaries, and everyone knew exactly why he was doing it, because he's trying to establish TB12 as the next Gwyneth Paltrow goop. You know what I mean?
Whatever happened to TB12? Are we even sure
still
Tom Brady is
I think
good
there are
at
a lot
this?
of play. I think Caleb Williams is on TB12.
Okay, maybe. I
think he's promoting.
Yeah.
Again, I think he has a business reason for all this, just like LeBron does.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. I'm asking you, though, is Tom Brady actually a good business person? We know he's good at football.
Oh, yeah.
You can make tons of money of that. He lost all that money in crypto. They kept roasting about that and the Netflix roast.
Did they give him all this crypto to be the spokesperson? Did he make millions off that? He did a Super Bowl commercial for them. Like, how did he lose money?
I don't know, but all I know is that Nikki Glazer in the Netflix roast said even Gronkowski knew that's not real money. But anyway, that's besides the point. I don't see any of the TB12 stuff. I don't see his no bull. I mean, I'm talking about it now. I'm giving a free plug, but I don't even know if he is a great business person.
Ooh.
We all got this email yesterday. Maybe this is what was, I don't say the cherry on the top. But we all had this email yesterday for Amazon. Hey, Tom Brady, documentary because he's bought a soccer team. I'm like, this guy is at the opening of an envelope. Like, you're already so famous, respected. Like, I don't know. It just feels like my entire this is the summer of Tom Brady.
Yeah,
easily.
But it sounds like you have a problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem with it, but this is what.
Wait, am I imagining that?
No.
EJ and Manny, does it sound like there's a slight problem here?
My tone maybe makes it sound like I have a problem. Here's what I'm really asking you guys.
Must be the Bills fan in her.
Oh, God. Brady lives rent-free in my nightmares. And Belichick. You keep going like this, you're going to walk into some negative stuff. That's what I'm saying. And maybe he'll avoid it and that will be fine. But an athlete of his fame to be this out there, you just wonder how long you can sustain that without getting any blowback. That's all. LeBron gets criticized from here to high heaven because of how exposed he is and weighing in on everything. Now, we can say that's like
it hasn't been all negative, though. I mean, I don't think it's been overwhelmingly negative for LeBron.
No, it hasn't. But I think that if he had played this thing like Michael Jordan, he'd probably be a lot more universally loved, and he doesn't care about that, obviously.
No, I think he'd prefer his path, and maybe Tom Brady prefers this.
And Tom's not being controversial. I'm just saying nothing he's doing is controversial. It's just so out there that how long do you keep this up before you back into a scandal or something like that?
Well, I do think, first of all, there's several businesses Tom is involved with. And I think that's part of this. I think when you bring Tom Brady into your company, like Michael Rubin with Fanatics, you want the visibility. So
same with Fox, right? You pay him $300 million. You want him right out in front.
Tom's a team player, so I think he's doing Tom. I think TB12. I think it's still a thing. I'm not really sure. There's another company. Oh, the Chopra film thing. He's doing another documentary because him and Strahan and Deepak Chopra's son, Gotham Chopra, have this film company, and he's really dedicated to that. I think it's more like Tom being a team player. The dating, and that's just Tom's a man.
Well, listen, I get it. Every woman, you got to take your shot. I mean, he's sitting right in front of you. You got to. It's like shoot or shoot.
It's a little like Joe DiMaggio started dating Marilyn Monroe after he retired and stayed in the public spotlight very much. Shout out to Rock Positano and Joe DiMaggio. But I do think.
Yeah, do you know how that marriage ended?
Yeah, but
they were only married for 9 months.
It made Joe DiMaggio honestly way more famous historically. You don't think? I mean, Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe is one of the iconic 4 or 5 American couples of all time.
I gave Joe DiMaggio a shower.
Which is funny, though, because I think people know they were married and they know the famous thing that Joe DiMaggio made sure that there were flowers at her grave, at all times.
Yeah, it ended up on a fairly positive note.
Did it? They were divorced after 9 months, and she ends up marrying Arthur Miller. Like, I don't know.
I think he protected her at certain times.
Okay, probably. Yeah. I wouldn't know. I don't know the details. All I know is that it was a very short marriage. That doesn't usually indicate that things were going great.
Off the top of your head, name a more famous marriage than Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe.
Probably isn't one, but Brady
and Angelina?
Brady and Giselle was probably pretty close, and obviously that didn't end well.
Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio? No.
Am I wrong to point out this feels like the summer of Tom Brady, and he feels more exposed than ever?
Definitely, yeah. I mean,
but
and then we're going to be exposed to him again because in the fall he's going to be doing all these games. And we're going to be
but that's
dissecting how he. But last year it was all about: is he doing good? Is he not doing good? What did he say during the game? Like, yes, it's football, but it's still. It's not about the game. It's about the television product, which in turn becomes about Tom Brady.
I think that there was a novelty to, like, what is he going to be able to, what's he going to say? Is he going to criticize people? I think there was a novelty to his first season that eventually kind of does wear off a little bit. And I think he did get better. He wasn't,
definitely.
He wasn't such a train wreck. He wasn't Jason Witten. I mean, that was like an all-time, just not.
Is this
a great
all
fit.
because you're so obsessed with him owning the Raiders? You're disappointed that he's not totally embracing that role? Mm-hmm. Because you are really into Tom Brady turning around the Raiders.
Yeah, well, they need help, and I think the NFL's better when the Raiders are good.
And you're saying he can't grind tape if he's out there dating models and shaking hands and kissing babies?
I say no.
I mean, he's kissing more than that, according to TMZ. Someone had to say it. Kaplan is in the chat saying most famous couple, Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Yeah, but that's a good one. That's a good one.
I've heard of them, yeah.
But are we doing an athlete with...
But Marilyn Monroe was like an Elvis Presley kind of... Yeah, Jay-Z, Beyonce is probably closest. Brad and Angelina.
Yeah, but again, like with the Joe and Marilyn thing, just that that it was so short. But
yeah,
anyway.
there was indication that there may have been abuse happening.
Yeah, right. So we look at that back with revisionist history, but that they were this perfect couple.
Look at that. Like I think they're they're a very famous couple.
No doubt.
And I think if Tom dated, if he dated Sydney Sweeney, that would be a massive thing.
I can't. This show wouldn't be able to handle it.
Of course,
I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I was talking about you.
Oh,
I just said the show as a cover. Although everyone seems to be really into Sydney Sweeney. Anyway,
about Tom Brady though is I don't know. Like the only thing about the overexposure to me that is a problem is I don't think he's that likable. Like I think over the course of time, I think he's trying to actually rehab his image a little bit.
Really? You don't think Tampa Bay did that?
Tampa Bay helped him a lot, but I think him putting the 45 hat in the locker didn't help with a lot of people.
Oh, right. Okay,
I think
that's
being
political.
associated with Belichick for a long time, that just alone, people hate the Patriots. People hate that team. People think he's a cheater. I think some of that is him trying to get away from that. I wonder, though, if this is too much for people. Because I think a lot of people see Tom Brady, they don't think, oh, like, that's a guy I like. I think they're like, oh, that's a guy that either killed my football team, or I hate his political views, or he gets to date hot women and I don't.
Well, he kind of
that's jealousy.
He immediately jumped out of that tried to get out of that political arena almost immediately.
Yeah.
He kind of went Michael Jordan, Republicans and Democrats buy sneakers vibe.
Yeah, right.
He was trying to do that.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. But I don't think that he was disliked. I think he was closer to neutral. Like, I don't think people dislike Aaron Rodgers. I think there are some people who find really I don't think Tom Brady ever went that far. Is that fair to say?
I agree with that, for sure. Definitely not as far as Aaron Rodgers, but I think
No, but very few have gone. Very few famous quarterbacks have gone to that level of Rodgers. Like Rodgers weighs in on literally everything.
And I would argue that LeBron has become much more polarizing politically because, if, say, the country's divided 50-50, there's a 50 against LeBron's political stances where Tom tried to immediately get out of that conversation. To some, I don't know if he succeeded.
Yeah.
He definitely tried. I just know that people definitely remember that. Like, I mean,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, I know people who are like, that happened. They were like, I'm done with Tom Brady.
Just like even with LeBron talking about, the shoes being made in China and stuff, and people didn't like how he handled that.
Right.
But I think that, I guess it's almost like a worry for Brady. Like, I think that you put yourself out there this much in this day and age, in this era, and he's choosing all this stuff. The Netflix roast, which was, hilarious.
That was a choice. You're right about that.
He said that he didn't even calculate the impact that would have on his kids, that all these comedians just were open season on their mother. And it was brutal for that.
That didn't go well.
It did for us as an audience.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's like Netflix, one of their most watched things ever.
It was sick.
It didn't go well for him personally.
Right. So, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm questioning Brady's judgment. I'm just saying he's really out there. And in this day and age, that's not going to be all positive, the wind at your back all the time.
Yeah, but, I mean, for what he's trying to achieve, probably making a ton of money, maybe buying teams. Like, watch LeBron after he retires. You think he's going to go away? He's trying to raise enough money to buy a basketball team in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, he can't just all of a sudden go to his couch like Joe Montana.
Okay.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. I definitely summer of Brady. I thought that the 2025 would be the year of the drought buster, the slump busters. I think Brady's kind of stealing
how's that going?
Well,
I mean, it's fine.
Oklahoma City helped me because they were like a first-time champion is what I'm calling them.
You could even squint and say the Seattle 79 thing.
I'm not doing that.
All right, okay.
I respect the people
giving
of
you
Seattle.
a lane there to try.
Yeah, but then the Florida Panthers kind of ruined it because they're back-to-back champs. So
bums.
Didn't actually.
Can I bring up something kind of like production meeting on the show kind of deal?
Sure.
So we were trying to figure out the Facebook page yesterday.
Don't
the
get
Maggie
me started.
Facebook page.
Do not, my blood is boiling.
So anyway, thank you to all the people who are on Facebook who engage with our Facebook page. And I was looking through the comments because we post all of our Mount Olympuses.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going through like the reminiscing of how fun the series was, and I didn't really get to look at a lot of the Facebook comments. So I was like, oh, I wonder how other people feel on this side. People still were mad at Maggie's picks. I thought maybe this would be a place.
What was the poll result yesterday?
You won.
I don't remember.
No, I know I won, of course, but like I want to know, is it like an embarrassing number?
I think it was. I don't think it was an embarrassment. Oh no, it was. 77-22.
Damn.
Cap kind of screwed Maggie because he put a picture of a 65-year-old Billie Jean King in a leisure suit, and not an athletic picture. So of course I won that.
Yeah, that was a problem. I don't know why he did that. I mean,
it's fine. It's just how she looks, guys.
What were they mad at, EJ? Do you remember any specific choices that are still people
Is it
making
still
people
the Gordie
upset?
Howe thing?
I saw people twice. People mentioned Gary Payton in other cities. I think referencing how you used him in another city. Like I saw someone was like, Gary Payton's a Bay Area legend, and then we did Seattle, and it's like, Gary Payton also played for the Sonics. I was
yeah,
like,
but
clearly these people are still mad about Oregon
Portland
from weeks
legend,
ago.
I know, but wasn't the irony that I won that poll? No.
Oh, you did win the Seattle one.
No. I won the Seattle one.
You won the Seattle one.
The irony is everyone was mad at me that I put Gary Payton as a sports god in Portland because he played Oregon State, and I didn't have him on the Seattle one. The irony was I won the Seattle Mount Olympus with
Marshawn Lynch.
with obviously this massive omission.
I have a question though.
Gary.
Go ahead.
You had a perfect opportunity, Maggie, to say, I take the L and gracefully step away from it. But you fought tooth and nail. That's like once in a while, do you just want to say, okay, maybe I got that one wrong? Has that ever crossed your mind?
No.
Okay. Just want to check.
It wasn't a true-false test, It's an opinion. And I definitely backed it up.
Okay.
Actually happened to have a meeting yesterday with somebody who was from Eugene, and I told them about this, and then the meeting ended, and I was like, "That's crazy."
I had a long discussion about a Toronto Mount Olympus. Do you know?
People who now, when you meet with them and they have an attachment to the city, everyone wants to talk about it. But sorry, go ahead.
My daughter says that one of her guy friends was making fun of our Mount Olympuses, both you and I, but. Jay Onrait, who is like the voice of sports in Canada.
Really famous.
We reached out to him for Toronto, and he got back from vacation and texted me, and we had a long discussion about whether Vince Carter belonged on there. And I told him, well, Maggie said the end was ugly, and he's like, he's absolutely right, but Vince has come back and become part of the Toronto community. So he's gotten his way back in there.
Yeah, don't buy it, Toronto. Don't.
But here's the thing about the polls, which I don't know if you realize. You often, when Mount Olympus, you're like, I happen to know that the locals feel this way.
Yeah.
The locals aren't voting in that poll. I put Vince Carter in my poll. The fans say, well, Vince Carter's awesome. I'm voting for that guy's poll. Like I was playing to the masses.
Yeah. Well, this is like when we talk about TV ratings or something. Well, there's a lot of ways people consume this stuff. Maybe if we had a poll on a different social platform, not Facebook, obviously, because I'm getting crushed there. But, maybe Twitter just wasn't my audience.
Wait, you got crushed on Twitter. You got crushed on Facebook. You got crushed on Instagram. What, do you want to go to MySpace or something?
Well, no,
TikTok, man.
You're going to need 1,000 social media outlets to find a place where people are voting for Billie Jean King over Wayne Gretzky. I'll tell you that right now.
Well,
you had no chance.
Well, I blame the patriarchy. But also, what about Snapface and some of these, like Bill Belichick said? Yeah, but I get it.
Yeah.
I see sports a little differently than you guys.
Come on. It felt like you were like, I got to put Billie Jean King on here. Just admit it.
Nope.
You were like, I pulled up Billie Jean. This is sports. It's supposed to be fun, and your list was not fun.
Oh.
Not fun. I had two of the same people as you, by the way, Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali. So half the list was
that
the same.
That part was fun.
And then I put Jackie Robinson. He's
That's
not
fun-ish.
He's not worthy.
Jackie Robinson, because he is on the Mount Olympus of sports.
Okay, I'm sorry. Billie Jean King helped open up sports to
a whole
other
other
gender.
half-hour lecture on pay equality for men and women. Like,
yeah,
I thought we were talking about like dunks and fancy goals and.
You didn't put Pele on yours either.
And I only say that because I know that's not exactly how you consume sports.
I watch sports just like everyone else. Yeah. No, I thought my first list was Muhammad Ali and Jordan, and then Brady and Tiger.
Right.
I could have done
stuck with that. You would have killed me in that. If you'd done Apple, you would have won 80-20.
Possibly. 888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. Yeah, EJ, I'm cool on the Facebook comments. I love when people engage with our stuff, and I want to do that, but I can't read them all or else I'll feel bad.
I read them all. I was in the poll, so I was like, I'm just curious. What do people think on Facebook? I was like, oh, no, still the same. Perloff wins.
I'm totally, by the way, I get a lot of hate on social media. Totally immune.
Really?
I mean, it's been 10 years. There's nothing. I've had more. Oh my! People comment on comment like nothing.
And it doesn't hurt your feelings at all.
0%.
Okay,
anymore.
well, don't do that as like a challenge out there.
No,
for people.
please go ahead. I mean, listen, I know everything, all my physical flaws, well aware of them. Like maybe actually, you know what? You're right. Yeah, I've been made fun of forever.
Yeah, I know. I get it too.
Yeah, we all get. Everybody gets it. EJ and Manny get it too. I've seen Manny's comments are a train wreck.
Well, there's
God,
some
if
things.
I had a body part anyone wanted to see. Yeah.
There's certain things about things that you don't even realize are flaws. Like, I think we're pretty self-aware because, we chose this and we're in the public spotlight. But, even down to like your orthodontic work, it's like, wow, you guys really, really,
oh God.
Stuff like
I'm
that.
easier to get than that. By the way, I even know people, common friends of ours go after Manny on social media.
That's people we know.
Yeah.
Not just the keyboard warriors.
EJ, you get a lot of hate on social media? You must.
Yeah, EJ does. Thumbs up.
EJ goes all in on the Knicks on social media, and it just causes chaos. Anyway, you're right. Don't go after us on social media.
You know who always cyberbullies me? Woof. That guy.
Oh, yeah. Gelb was not happy that we left Tom Brady off. That's his guy. Big Patriots.
Yeah, that makes
Zach
sense.
Gelb from Afternoons.
That does make sense. But Brady... It's only 4. That's what people have to realize. Who is he taking off? It's always you have to ask, who is he taking off?
Well, the other part, obviously everyone wants to take off Billie Jean King because you guys are haters. But no,
I like the Billie Jean pick, by the way.
The Tiger Woods one, I think Tiger does deserve to be on the Mount Olympus. Haterade is what you guys are drinking. But the scandals, that doesn't do anything to knock him off the list at all.
Does that make the golf shot not look as good because he had a scandal?
No.
Because he cheated on his wife?
No, and I'm not being here to be moral police, and I'm not shaking my finger. It sounds like I am.
Yeah. After you just did that, but go ahead. But you just said the scandals don't mean nothing. I'm not here to be moral police. What?
But he also didn't break the all-time record.
Yeah, that's what killed him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to. To me, in some ways, he's still promise not fulfilled. And that's why he wouldn't be on my list.
Wow, are you going to do Tiger Woods' career disappointment?
Not that far, but just that, like, if he was obviously destined to be the most majors of all time and to be unquestionably the greatest golfer.
And got derailed with what? Well, injuries, but also the scandal.
Yeah, scandal.
It plays into
how he took care of his body. It's that those things factored in.
So the scandal does play into the golf. Like, you can't divorce the two.
Well, okay, but back to the poll. If you'd put Serena Williams instead of Billie Jean King, we would have had a 50-50 poll. It was Billie Jean King.
But Serena's not getting equal prize money without Billie Jean King.
Absolutely fair, but she was awesome to watch. Nobody wants to see a Billie Jean King with those little wooden rackets.
I know. The equipment's outdated. I get it.
Recency helps in these too. So I'm just saying, and that's true.
You put Babe Ruth on yours, and you won by a landslide. What was your most recent one? Was Wayne Gretzky and Michael Jordan?
Wayno
it was
on
30 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but
you didn't put Shohei on. It's not like yours are so recent.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, Serena's so much more exciting than Billie Jean King. Come on. And we all know, like, Serena was thrilling to watch. Billie Jean King, nobody knows her
She was
highlights.
the number one player in the world, but yes, Serena was way more dominant.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, listen, no. It's also like she's cool. She's Serena. We all saw her. So that's like, you understand why it's not a popular choice. Like, Serena is much more popular in today's world than Billie Jean King.
I understand.
Billie Jean never crip walked at the Super Bowl.
I was going to say, someone was in Beyonce's Lemonade album and someone wasn't. and I know who's.
And the other thing, too, is like, we know, like, most of us who are voting on this know Serena, like, well. Like, we saw the movie King Richard. Like, we've known her since she was 16.
True.
Billie Jean King just like, that's like
13.
a historical figure. Babe Ruth is the Babe Ruth of the,
I know, but guys, Billie Jean King's still walking around. she's at Wimbledon. She's going to be at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but you're not going to put Rod Laver on there over Roger Federer.
Billie Jean King does feel more like a trivia question.
Yes, thank you.
Like you have to learn history to appreciate her, and you should. You should, but people don't. Yeah.
So I get dinged for that, and I lost the poll in a landslide. 888-710-4ISN.
Yeah, pretty much.
888-710-4476.
Oh, Billie Jean King, the lady who has the tennis center named after her in Queens?
Yeah, she's a real person.
Oh, really?
Coming up. Oh, I love this. Somebody was talking about a famous athlete on our Mount Olympus. It'd be Kevin Durant weighing in on Michael Jordan.
Uh-oh.
These guys are now want the smoke with Michael Jordan when he's about to become a broadcaster. Bad idea.
That's true.
We'll get to that next. M&P.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
There's a roof out here.
There's a roof.
You're good.
Okay.
Yo, Big Friendly, let me ask you something real quick. Why every bar you spit sound like naked night clips? You ancient bro, like turn the dial old. You probably smell like mothballs and mold. Talking about your swing like it still got charm, but every woman just runs from your cologne alarm. Out here begging them to get a whiff. That ain't game, man. It's a red flag gift.
Maggie's rolling down the highway, feeling kinda rough. Last night's dinner, fighting back, oh man, it's getting tough. She grips her wheel, but it's too late, oh no, here it comes. Her Yeti ain't just holding water, now it's holding chunks. Oh, Maggie's puking in her car. The Yeti bottle's gone too far. Her toothbrush ain't gonna make it through. Burrow's calling hazmat man, it's true. She stumbles into the studio, trying to play it cool. Perloff takes one whiff and screams, "This ain't in my job rules." He's climbing on the desk, he's spraying Lysol in the air. Since I need a full decontamination, get me out of here. Oh, Maggie's puking in her car. Yeti bottles, a biohazard scar. Toothbrush soaked in bleach all night. Perloff's in a hazmat suit and fright. Eladio, he still ain't here. Probably at home, drinking a beer. WM's in a toxic state, but he's still on vacation, must be fake. Swear she's feeling fine, says come on, let's do the show. Perloff shakes his head, says nah, I think I gotta go. The janitor quits, the boss is pissed, the whole place smells like doom. All cause Maggie's road trip snack made an exit too soon. Oh, Maggie's puking in her car.
Buying into the Raiders, launching a trading card company, and now he's the star of a new Amazon documentary.
But he's ghosting work again. Just another day on Maggie and Perloff. Maggie's rolling.
Daily was waiting by that glowing screen, hoping night shift crown would go to the king. Chip held it down night after night, with fire in his voice and truth in his mic. But the news came in like a cold hard slap. Pat Boyle's got it, felt like a trap. No shade on the kid, but let's be real, Shepherd earned a late night deal. Now Shepard ain't sleeping and Daly's in tears. The Shepherd maniac's been loyal for years. We stayed up late, we rode every wave, but they gave it to Pat and dug ship's grave. So we howled the moon and cursed at the sky, asking one question, why, oh why, oh why?
Break ends in 5 seconds.
All right?
Hey, we gotta run the ball. Six down
let
there.
Me pass, block. We'll run the ball.
Can we run it down there?
Just play
We
center.
run it down
Yeah,
there.
Jeff.
Okay, so
we will. All right, when we call pass plays, block. He's calling plays.
Go sit down.
He's calling plays. I will sit down. Y'all quit yelling.
Hey, go sit down.
No, we're cool, but y'all quit yelling.
over here telling us how to block.
He's doing it.
Come on, okay.
He's yelling at us.
You don't have to go yet.
No. I'm mic'd up.
You're mic'd up.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up.
No, I am. They're gonna have it. It's better than Desperate Housewives.
It's Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Of course, that was Peyton Manning yelling at Jeff Saturday on the Colts sideline. We're doing iconic NFL films, mic'd up clips. I have a fact that is going to blow some people here's mind. And you may or may not know this date. Do you guys know when training camp starts?
Oh, Bogusch is raising his hand on radio. That's
Tell everyone else.
Somebody's rookies show up tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What?
The Chargers start Saturday morning because they play the Hall of Fame game.
Hall of Fame game is on the 31st, right?
Yeah.
It's
Is that
in July.
crazy? Training camp starts tomorrow.
It's only rookies, but it's
Rookies,
tomorrow.
yeah, and by next Wednesday, about 60% of the league's rookies report.
Yeah, but isn't that Omari and Hampton? Like, we're here, right?
I mean, everybody.
We're
Rookie,
excited about some of these
Yeah,
rookies.
you're not going to see so much in the rookie thing. Like, the injuries will start happening in about 2 weeks.
Oh, boy.
But by next Friday, I think a lot of veterans start reporting, too. But tomorrow, is that crazy? Like, I hope you're enjoying summer because it's over, friends.
No, Pearl.
It's
don't
over.
Do that.
It's over.
Don't listen to him. Summer Friday. We have plenty more summer.
Not really.
It's July 11th.
It's cold today. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Independence Day was last week.
No, don't rush this summer. We'll get to football when we get to it. We got to enjoy summer.
I was walking on the street the other day, and I felt it. It was
can see my
crunch. The crunch of a leaf underneath. Some of the leaves are dying.
The
That was a
autumn
cockroach
like-
underneath you, man. You
I
caught
was
the
like,
cockroach.
The autumn wind is
Yeah.
July humidity.
I was like, time to set my fantasy lineup.
That unmistakable sweatshirt weather.
I was looking at the other. Yeah, I mean, the lines are out. It's going to be
Nothing-
it's right here, guys.
Nothing
I'm sorry.
says fall like 85% humidity.
Yeah, my hair is more wide than long right now, but sure, it's fall. I live in a swamp. Bogusch says headlines.
Is that wide right or wide left?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Only one way.
That's a Bills joke.
Cooper Flagg didn't do too much damage in his summer league debut last night, missing 16 of 21 shots, scoring only 10 points. Most of that limited damage came in transition.
And here's Flagg on the break, punching it home. Welcome to the league, Cooper Flagg.
That's from ESPN. So again, 5 hoops for Flagg, 4 of them coming on the break. He added 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block over 32 minutes. And his Mavs won 87-85 when Bronny James missed a contested 3 in the final seconds.
Big W there for the Mavs.
Huge.
See if they can ride this momentum into next week.
Many people thought this week
Until
that
they trade their next best player away. I'm sorry. Go.
that the official announcement was imminent. Men's and women's college basketball decision makers did discuss tournament expansion over the last few days, but made no final decision, didn't even make an official recommendation on the idea. But the NCAA said in a statement yesterday that growing March Madness to 72 or 76 teams is still possible as soon as next spring.
Okay, so I realize I got crushed on all these Mount Olympus polls. Perloff's Mount Olympus's beat mine like a lot of the time. I saw someone put out a poll. Does anyone want the NCAA tournament to expand?
yes.
I think Stuart Mandel retweeted this or somebody.
It came from Rob Dowster. I don't know how to say his last
from
name.
Field 68.
Yeah.
Someone said, does anyone want college basketball tournaments to expand? And it was 99% no.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. We don't need it.
The only people that want this to happen, and apparently, I assume this was about money. This apparently wouldn't change much of the economics of like TV deals and whatnot. This is just about more spots for power conference teams, like protecting AD's jobs, protecting coaches' jobs. The only people that want this are people inside the game. That's it. Fans don't want it at all.
I find the worst part is you get used to saying field of 64, then you adjust to field of 68.
Yeah.
You can't just keep changing the name of how we call this thing. Those extra teams are going to come and go in the first weekend. It's not really going to change the experience overall as a fan, right? Like, who cares if Clemson makes it or not, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the allure is we would get full days of basketball on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday if they go to 72 or 76.
Kind of call out 4 days a week.
I mean, the American economy is just going to tank because everyone's skipping work.
College
It's
basketball
just like
is
The Bachelor when there's no nurses because all the nurses are on The Bachelor.
College basketball has changed, though. The bubble used, like the tournament, the bottom teams used to be a bigger deal. I think college basketball is now much more, it's just different. You know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, they played, same guys stayed there freshman, sophomore, junior year. You knew who they were. I don't know. I don't feel like, maybe it's my fandom, but the bubble is not as robust a debate. Like the bracketologists, like they still employed, but they're not as hot anymore. What's that guy?
Joe Lunardi.
Yeah, Joe Lunardi. Like he used to be huge. Now it's like, okay, Joe comes out for a couple weeks.
This is Joey Brackets?
How did he catch a straight here?
No, I mean, like he used to be like, who's the guy with the rolled up sleeves? Steve Kornacki.
Yeah.
Like Lunardi used to be that. Like in 1997, like when you were wondering if Arizona State was going to make it or not, Lunardi was huge. Now they bring him out for 2 weeks. Am I wrong?
Well, that's...
I mean, you're a big college basketball fan, EJ. Even you have to have noticed it.
I mean, I love Joey Brackets. I'm not gonna send any disses to him.
Yeah, we got to know who's on the bubble, who's off the bubble.
Yeah.
There's just more of him as well. Like he created an entire industry, so there's a lot of different people. It's like when you have teammates in the MVP race, like they split the vote. There's so many Lunardis now, you don't focus on any one of them. They're just all out there.
Yeah, because Jerry Palm also, I think, does some bracketology stuff too. And then that becomes a thing because, like, then people online, the college sports fans, like, oh, Joe Lunardi's, he's biased against us. Go to this guy's bracket. Matt Norlander's bracket's way better.
And then there's, like, the bracket matrix that aggregates all of the mock brackets to make a mock bracket. That's how many there are now.
If you put up a poll, what are you more concerned about? College basketball expanding the tournament or college football expanding their tournament? What do you think the results will be?
Well, we've got so far to go with college football. We're just getting started. I mean, we just went from 4 to 12. Now we're going to 16. Sky's the limit.
I think it'd be 99-1, too. I think people are much more concerned about the size of the football bracket, right? Because there's a lot of room to grow. And this is not a good sign. If they're going to 72, was it?
72 or 76.
Yeah. I mean, that means college football is not going to stop at 16. But it's the same reason, right? The ADs want to keep their jobs.
And the coaches. What else you got, Bogusch?
After yesterday in Baltimore, maybe it is time to investigate the Mets' struggles on the road.
The 1-0. Line drive into center field, falls in for a base hit. Henderson gets the wave around third. He scores. Colton Cowser comes through with the RBI single. And the Orioles are back in front. It's 4-3.
And they stayed in front for good, beating the Mets 7-3 to sweep their split doubleheader. The Mets are now 20-27 outside Queens and are spending the weekend in Kansas City.
Did you guys see Keith Hernandez almost get plunked by a foul ball?
Keith Hernandez didn't see that.
That was hysterical.
He's lucky to get clocked in the face. I mean, for a guy known for having the best reflexes at first base when he was a player, this one sailed right by his head.
I mean, if Ron Darling, if it was a 3-man crew yesterday at SNY, I think Keith Hernandez gets hit with that ball. Because he was looking at that monitor, and he was not looking at that foul ball that nearly hit him in the right temple.
And Gary Cohen, I mean, he knew it was coming, but he didn't flinch to help his buddy.
Gary Cohen was calling the game saying, this foul ball is headed right back here, and Keith did not move.
It's pretty amazing.
The Washington Mystics closed on a 12-2 run to beat the Aces last night, 70-68. And before we get to the men's semifinals at Wimbledon, let's go back to yesterday when American Amanda Anisimova upset top-seeded Aryna Sabalenka. During the match, Anisimova won a point after one of her shots hit the top of the net, landed out of Sabalenka's reach. Now, usually, as Maggie knows, players apologize for that accidental good luck. Anisimova did not, so Sabalenka yelled at her during the ensuing changeover and then said this post-match.
It's on her. If she doesn't feel like saying sorry, like she barely got that point and she didn't feel like saying like sorry for that tricky situation, that's on her.
Now, this is
what a whiny loser.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No, and I love how like tennis has these like how they have like these really little quirks. It's like golf, where you call your own fouls on yourself and stuff like that. I love that gentlemanly, womanly aspect to it or whatever. Gentlewoman, whatever. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's just a courtesy. It's not even. It's an unwritten rule, barely. This is not a thing. Sabalenka is being
so what's wrong with her?
Insane.
I'm all about Sabalenka because English is second language, keeps ripping everybody who beats her. It's great content. I mean, and you could tell there's something being lost in translation, but she say every time now she loses and she says something completely inappropriate.
Okay, so it hits the top of the net and goes in, and you're supposed to just put your racket up in a half second. And now she's all upset because the woman's playing, Amanda's playing the biggest match of her life.
Wow.
And didn't do it. Oh
I also never understood apologizing for something that you didn't do. Like, you're not trying to get the top of the net and, like, do that. Like, it's just...
it's acknowledging that you didn't win that point. You got lucky on that point.
Imagine if Jalen Brunson was like, you know what, Tyrese Halliburton, he should have apologized when that ball went all the way up to the rafters.
He said, my bad, everybody, my bad.
Instead of giving the choke sign, it should have been given a bow, apology bow.
That's me. Tap the chest. That was on me. That's,
whiny loser.
Yeah. And she called out Coco Gauff was the last one, right?
Right. She said, she didn't win. I lost. She's awesome. I'm sorry. Like tennis needs her badly.
Tennis savant Pat Boyle told me that Aryna Sabalenka has lost 3 straight matches to Americans as well. She's been eliminated in 3 straight majors by Americans.
Maybe it's a little World War III then.
Oh God.
That went dark fast.
Yeah,
I meant it in a sports way.
I was going to be like, yeah, America. I was going to go to World War III.
Guys, like for sports.
Belarusian not happy with the American.
But Sabalenka did rip Coco. Then they did a TikTok dance together.
Yes.
I think she's fairly well liked on the tour.
She also sat down yesterday at the beginning of this press conference and made a joke about I'm not going to pull a Coco again today.
Yeah,
but
and then did it.
And then did it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think she knows what she's saying exactly. She's a little bit like Joker, like he's just way too honest Eastern European person.
Wah, wah, wah. Anything else, folks?
No, I'm done.
Okay, great. Great job. That's what I meant.
Get out of here.
That's not what I meant.
Leave. Mute me on social media.
But seriously, leave. No, I'm kidding. We have so much to do, including something happening in pop culture that we have to get to from today. And what is the most potentially combustible situation this fall? Perloff calling it now. It's football weather, everyone.
Yeah.
Perloff saying because rookies are reporting to one NFL team tomorrow. Now all of a sudden summer's over.
Summer's over.
I have bad news. By Tuesday, they'll all be there. So it's over.
The most combustible situation for both the NFL and for college football. We're making predictions next.
You cannot be serious.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 2 minutes remaining.
Careful. Yes. Big friendly yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Big friendly yes. Yes. Big friendly yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Yes. Big friendly yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. And would love to go on a date with you. Big friendly yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Big friendly yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Yes. Big friendly yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you.
1 minute.
Yeah.
45 seconds remaining. Thirty seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
It's gonna be a good day with Maggie and Perloff.
Nice production work there, guys. Drake's summer is over, and then it's Lawrence Taylor telling someone he's going to kick their butt. Amazing.
Hey, Sula, you better hope I never get back in there. I'm going to kick your ass.
It's gonna be a good day with Maggie and Perloff.
Yeah, sure.
By the way, I watched NFL Network should be running old games. Watch the 93 season Super Bowl with the Bills and the Cowboys, and oh my God, was it hysterical.
Why are you bringing that up to me?
Just because I wanted to call you, but it was really late. For some reason, I got home late last night. I didn't want to wake you up, but yeah, Bills lost.
Thank you.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I remember because they lost them all.
I was not born yet. What happened, Pearl?
No, don't do it.
Well, I also watched a game where Emmitt Smith had his shoulder hanging out of his body against the Giants. I think it was the same season.
Mm-hmm.
The most famous Emmitt. Not only did the guy is clearly hurt, they hand it to him another 35 times, and they throw it to him 10 times. It was like that was the NFL, where if a guy was injured, we're like, well, he's already injured. Let's just injure him more. It was ruthless.
I think back, that was like and then even in the early 90s, I think we were still doing the no water breaks. That's for wussies. Like, it was not the enlightened times of now.
The safeties were just human missiles.
Oh, yeah. Well, that went into 2003.
Also, the shoulder pads were, how they even ran up and down the field is amazing. They were so big.
Well, you needed them, and it still didn't work because Emmett's shoulder was hanging out of the socket. Yeah. But you needed them because guys were launching at you in every direction and getting cheered for it.
And the big films guy came and goes, the battle of two teams, one who knows they can win and one that is just hoping for the best.
Damn.
And then the Bills run out.
Oh, my God. Stop it.
I swear to God, they wrote that line.
That didn't happen.
I swear, I got to find it for you. I'm like,
that's
one
revisionist
that
history.
knows they can win and one that is just hoping that things don't go terribly. You're wearing your Bills blue today.
Not on purpose,
Go
but
Bills.
Sure. Anyway, let's talk. All right. Well, okay. Let's talk
Speaking of toxic NFL situations.
I was going to say, okay, so thank you. Teed me up for that very nicely, and I didn't take it. We are looking at potential situations in the NFL. We'll get to Kevin Durant at the top of the hour, but we're looking at potential situations in the NFL that could be very combustible going into this season. Because, when things go badly sometimes with certain teams, they tend to go really up in flames.
Right,
so if you were to predict an NFL team that has the most combustible situation heading into the season, who is it?
Well, I'm afraid that this is almost too obvious, but it has to be the Cleveland Browns because of their quarterback situation, combined with the fact that Kevin Stefanski, their coach, who's really well thought of, 2-time coach of the year, right? But he's got to be in trouble now, too, because if they're terrible, which you would expect them to be, because they want to draft a quarterback next year, it's all going to be a mess. So we have Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett battling probably for the starting job.
Yep.
There's a report recently that Kenny Pickett might be the choice. Who knows if that's true? Shador Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, both in this year's draft class. And then, out of nowhere, off the top rope, a lot of whispers that Deshaun Watson's rehab is going really well, and he's going to want it back in this mix.
Wow.
And he's been around the facility the whole time, too. So this is, I mean, how can you possibly get more combustible than this quarterback situation? Not only combustible in the most entertaining kind of way. I can't wait to see what happens.
Can I add to yours? It's not my pick,
Please,
but
yeah.
can I just add a little more fuel to the fire? One, we know, remember when Kenny Pickett, there were reports in Pittsburgh that he didn't want to dress if he wasn't going to be the starter? Like, there's a possibility that Pickett becomes maybe a little bit of a distraction here. And then also, we are not so far removed from Myles Garrett openly asking to be traded from the team. Now, they made it right with the contract.
Yeah.
But if things are going bad and if they're losing in a way we think they might be losing, do you think Myles Garrett's not going to maybe start, I don't know.
No, that was an open money play. I mean, I respect him for that.
Oh, okay.
That was all about the checkbook.
You don't think he ever wanted to leave?
Oh, I don't think he cared. Well, wait, I think there were 40 million good reasons for him to say, no, I don't think you can't sign that contract and then complain. Can you? It's too soon.
Oh, yeah. We see guys sign contracts and complain. That happens.
Well, the Cleveland's really got to be, it's going to be a good quarterback class, and they have their pick in the Jags class. So all this Shador nonsense to the side, they really have to focus on tanking and do it right.
So you don't think Myles Garrett's going to have a problem with that?
No, I think
they love that.
No, but listen, long term, if they can get a franchise quarterback, and maybe it's worth it.
It's a good pick if we're going to pick the most combustible situation, potentially combustible, heading into the NFL seasons. Now, call me maybe a little bit of a prisoner. We've been talking about this quarterback show on Netflix that is kind of we all become obsessed with a little bit. Are we sure the Cincinnati Bengals aren't going to become a combustible situation? Now, 2 out of the 3 people openly complaining about new contracts, or not complaining, but openly needing new contracts, 2 out of the 3 got signed. So Jamar Chase has his money and T. Higgins has his. Trey Hendrickson still does not.
Yeah.
If he's on the team, is he even showing up? He's definitely not going to training camp. I would bet my mortgage on that. But that is not a great situation. You do have a new defensive coordinator and Al Golden coming in, but it was obviously the defense that was the reason they were losing last year. And Joe Burrow, as we're finding out in all these mic'd up clips now, he's not afraid to express any kind of, dissatisfaction with not only his teammates, but also with the coaching staff. So I think it's got to be the Bengals as a potentially combustible situation.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. It did seem like Zach Taylor didn't exactly have a tight grip on the team in the sense that, and I think this is partly because Zach Taylor seems to be one of those coaches like Pete Carroll tries to keep things positive, and it just doesn't feel right the way they played the last 2 years to keep things positive. So maybe he's not the right coach for this kind of team.
Well, Pete Carroll's positivity is obviously great for college. You definitely want that. And then think about it. Who was really policing the locker room in Seattle? The Legion of Boom. You don't have to be
and Marshawn Lynch too.
But you don't have to be like a hard ass, if you will, when you've got Richard Sherman and you've got Earl Thomas and you've got all these other guys, Cam Chancellor, to do that for you.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons they only won 1 Super Bowl.
No. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make this a Seattle thing. I don't know if the Bengals have that in their locker room Pete Carroll did.
It's the same thing because Pete Carroll is Mr. Positive. He could never get a clamp on Sherman's mouth, and he could never. Earl Thomas, I don't know what that guy was doing, and. Yeah, so I think that maybe Pete Carroll had been less positive. He could have gotten on those guys to keep it together because they should have won more than 1 Super Bowl.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the all-time Malcolm Butler at the goal line stole one. But the other thing is, are the Bengals, who's that guy in the locker room that's policing the locker room? Because I don't think Burrow leads like that. He's more of a lead-by-example guy. Okay, coming up, Kevin Durant calling out the GOAT. What?
You're in a 5-minute break.
Texas, there's a football team. Got $1 billion stadium, living the dream. But the fans don't holler, don't hoop, don't. Oh, Shep had a vision. He thought he was grand, thought LeBron would pick up, thought he'd make a stand. But the Lakers saw his email and let out a sigh. Is this guy for real? He must be high. Did you think you'd book the king on your weekend overnight thing? Bro, he's got rings, a yacht and a jet. You've got 3 insomniacs and 1 drunk Mets fan named Chet. Shep, are you serious? Did you hit your head? This ass looks worse than a Knicks fan's dread. Maggie and Perloff can't stop their laughs. Rich Eisen staff make memes in your behalf. Zach Geld nearly dropped his mic. Reader said, man, this can't be life. Even Bogusch, who never reacts, just sent a text, Chiefs on crack. LeBron's got meetings, not $1 billion deals. You're begging for airtime with 5 on the needle deal. Shep, how did this idea take flight? LeBron doesn't know you, he barely knows midnight. This is getting set there, and you're in dollar deals. You're begging for airtime with 5 on the needle deal. Shep, how did this idea take flight? LeBron doesn't know you, he barely knows midnight. You got rejected and you're feeling slighted. Dude, the Lakers PR team was so excited. They took screenshots, they sent it all around. You guys won't believe this insane clown. Shep, are you serious? Did you hit your head? This ass was worse than a Knicks fan's dread. Maggie and Perloff can't stop their laughs. Rich Eisen staff make memes in your behalf. LeBron's not calling, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Yo, Big Friendly, let me ask you something real quick. Why everybody spit sound like nigga night clips? You ancient, bro, like turn the dial old. You probably smell like mothballs and mold. Talking about your sling like it still got charm. But every woman just runs from your cologne alarm. Out here begging them to get a whiff. That ain't game, man, it's a red flag gift. You keep name dropping Miss Aces like she a godsend, but she couldn't teach you to flow past the weekend. 3 years of poems, congrats on the haikus. Now go write one titled, Why I Always Lose. You think you got depth, you just stuck in a loop. AI came in, now you looking like a washed up troop. Should've stayed retired, sat back with the readers. You're not a sage, you're a features bleeder. See, I ride with AI like it's Judgment Day. Skynet bars and I'm ripping your clay. You scared of the bots, McLovin is too. Perloff still writes his tweets with an ink-dipped shoe. While you're quoting plays and smelling trees, I'm building empires with digital ease. No need to rhyme like it's 1989. I press one button and the crown is mine. You talk retirement like it's some brave feat. Nah, bro, you just got beat. Came back for one last sack, you got pancaked. Your verse was dry, your rhythm half-baked. So stay in your lane with your senior pass. Cap got the future and you got the past. So next time you smell yourself, take a seat. Cause that ain't cologne, that's defeat.
Big Friendly, I love your poems, and would love to go on a date with you. Yes, Big Friendly, I love your poems, and would love to go on a date with you. Yes, Big Friendly, I love your poems, and would love to go on a date with you.
15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Bro, I always love it when athletes show that they're just like us. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. And I'm not talking about us like radio people. I'm talking about when they weigh into debates that we're having just as sports fans. And obviously, one of the greatest debates that we have is who is better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James, or, who's the real GOAT. Right. So we do this, but what about the players who are actually their contemporaries? So here is Kevin Durant dipping his toe into the LeBron-Jordan debate. Where was this, EJ? Was this on the...
Mind the Game.
Mind the Game. Okay, so he's on LeBron's pod, so maybe keep the venue in mind. But here's Durant saying the commitment to being great for a long time, just how difficult that is.
You got to recommit to this game. Just like you sign a new contract, every time you get better as a player, I truly feel that you got to recommit and sign that contract with yourself every so often. Like, all right, I'm 10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight.
It became personal.
Yeah. Uh-oh. So one thing about Durant, and obviously he's invoking Michael Jordan there, who left to go play baseball. One thing I'll say about Durant is listen, is it a tiny bit in poor taste to be mocking it, considering how open Jordan has been about baseball was to honor his father who had just been murdered? Like, some part of that, like, we joke about, Jordan leaving the game. We have conspiracy theories about it. And did David Stern tell him to take a break? Was the gambling debts? All that kind of stuff. We talk about it. But for a basketball player and someone of his caliber to kind of mock it, I do think that's a little bit in poor taste. Am I out of line there?
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't think that's this discussion they're having at all, though.
No, it's just part of it. They're openly laughing about it. It's like, well, it kind of came from a serious part. Now we can move on maybe to is it fair to make that comparison when you're doing Jordan, LeBron, the fact that LeBron played 22 straight seasons and Jordan left to play baseball.
Yeah, first of all, I don't think Kevin Durant was overly critical of Jordan. I think, honestly, Jordan's little break was a big part of Jordan's success. I think maybe other people should do what Jordan did. I don't think he has that strong 3-team run if he didn't take a year and a half. It was only a year and a half.
Yep.
I think it's an interesting discussion. I don't remember what Jordan said about it in the documentary Last Dance, but I think Katie's right, and I'm a Jordan fan, that re-energized him. Is he saying LeBron is greater because of that? I don't really even think that's exactly what he was saying.
But I guess, do you put any stock into the fact that what maybe LeBron is doing, because he has not ever taken a break and is not seemingly burned out ever either, and he's continued this high level, high commitment to his body, to his teammates, to everything, to the game, to 10 finals, all of that stuff, that should matter when you're talking about the greatest?
No, to me, I don't understand, though, because it's not like LeBron won titles all those years.
Well, he was going to finals, though.
Well,
he literally was going
East.
to finals.
In the East.
Well, don't even put the
That's
caveat
like winning
on.
the Summer League title. Who cares?
Okay, but no, for real. I mean,
I'm being dead serious. So I don't
not
care
like
if you
the Summer League title.
But getting to the finals in the NBA when you're in the inferior conference is a different achievement. I mean, like, listen, it happens. Like when he got that Cavs team in 2007 to the finals, the following year, one of the Magic team with Hito Turkoglu made it. Like, it was a week. I'm telling you, I thoroughly believe that. Like, getting to the finals in the NBA doesn't blow me away.
Okay, but you're talking about the early 2000s. This is, he was going to those consistent finals, whether it was with the Miami Heat or back in Cleveland. He was doing that all through the 2010s.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm more of the peak defines your GOAT status, not the longevity. Like, I don't know. Like, is that your argument that LeBron's greater than Jordan because he's done it longer and more consistently?
Well, that's what Kevin Durant is saying, I think, as a factor into this argument, because he's saying that it signals the sort of recommitment to yourself, this idea, do I want to push through? Do I want to do this? And we use it in other sports to definitely, help GOAT debates, like Tom Brady. Tom playing for over 20 years in a sport that's as brutal as football and continuing to win. Now, LeBron won in 2020. I don't love the bubble title, but it happened. It's a fact. It's on his permanent resume. It's a high point. So he's not only had his commitment to his body and commitment to the game, he's also continued to win, to be a winner even late in his career.
Yeah, but I mean, Brady missed the season because he tore his ACL. Like, nobody cares. Like, what's the difference? If Brady had taken 2 years off in the middle of his career, he'd still be the GOAT. I mean, by far.
Right, but
if LeBron had taken 2 years off too, he'd still be in this debate. I don't know. Like,
Brady
2 years
is the GOAT. People are LeBron is not. Like for people like
right,
who
I'm
are
just
the Jordan
saying,
Knights.
like, right. I don't think a 2 year break in the middle affects anything. I mean, Jordan played a lot of years anyway.
So the other part of this too, though, is the end, right? So one is the break in the middle, but it's also if you know Kevin Durant is the one who's talking about how tough it is to go 22 straight years like straight through. You know, Jordan does have 3 retirements, right? They had the one after the first three-peat, then he's got the one after the second three-peat, then he comes back with the Wizards. No one ever wants to acknowledge that.
Right.
And it wasn't embarrassing. It's just not super memorable, right?
It was totally embarrassing.
You think so?
He missed dunks all the time. It was terrible. He looked kind of overweight. I thought it was embarrassing to me.
Interesting. This is not to me Willie Mays in center field for the Mets. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see it that way.
He got crossed over by AI.
Well,
AI. That was in his prime. That was
that was 90. That was 98. Right?
Yeah, that was 97. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely think the Wizards was embarrassing for sure.
But it doesn't stick to him at all.
No, because like Emmitt Smith had every football player has a bad last year. Nobody cares about that. Brady's last year was not good. Who cares?
Well, because he came back specifically out of retirement. Emmitt Smith didn't do that. Tom Brady didn't do. Well, Tom Brady did come back out of retirement, but it's like that was the end of the career. Michael Jordan took another break.
Yeah,
was actually one of the owners of the Wizards, and had to divest himself of that to come back and play.
The end is, I mean, LeBron's a freak. You're right about that, and the end being so effective. But no, to me, like the last year of everybody's great career is usually bad. It's the rule, not the exception.
So here's another part about this. So KD weighing in on whether or not the longevity of LeBron is the more impressive thing in a GOAT debate, because obviously Michael Jordan took a couple breaks. This is something that you and I have talked about behind the scenes a little bit. I don't know how much we brought it to the air. Is it more impressive when a guy commits himself to his body in the way that LeBron appears to have done, right? And $1 million spending on your body and all that stuff. Is it more impressive that he's able to go out and do what he does? Or is it more impressive that Michael Jordan is at a casino until 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, can go gamble all night or play 36 holes of golf during the day and then go out and drop 30 in a playoff game? Yeah. What's the more impressive thing? The commitment to the body or the guy who's just like, when the lights come on, it's just they're ready to go.
One thing to be the irony here is Michael Jordan arguably created a template for NBA fitness. Like him and Tim Grover defined how you train. I mean, it's the most famous training story of all time. Tim Grover got in like a Navy SEAL and fixed Michael Jordan. Yeah. So let's remember that.
He's also one of the most famous, people who was playing blackjack all night.
He was. But
and out to all hours.
But just so you know, Michael and Jordan invented this thing.
Yes,
he took weightlifting, then Kobe took to work with Grover and followed him. But you're right, he could party. Now, LeBron probably stayed out late, too, though. I mean, like, LeBron is not antisocial by any means.
Yeah, but...
He does a podcast where he downs 2 bottles of wine. You don't think LeBron likes to party?
No, it's not that, though. It's just if LeBron was in a casino playing blackjack till 4 o'clock in the morning, we'd all know it.
I don't know that you know everything LeBron does.
I don't know everything LeBron does, but I would know if he's playing blackjack.
Clutch Sports and Nike are like the FBI, Maggie. Trust me, they could scrub anything.
No, but he could be playing it at a private apartment.
Oh, well, that's fair.
And I think LeBron is a social person. Like, I'm not
fine.
saying that as a knock. Like, I don't think he just like goes home like the Kirk Cousins every day.
Yes, I'm not saying he's got to be, shopping at Kohl's and driving a minivan. I get it. People
gets hammered on his own podcast, Maggie.
Well, I mean, also he's drinking red wine for the antioxidants.
Oh, right.
That's what all of us say who drink red wine.
The study sponsored by Ernest and Julio Gallo that the red wine's healthy. No, I just think I do think it's kind of cool that I think it's part of the legend for sure that he could stay up all night, play 36 holes of golf, and still dominate because he's Michael Jordan. He's like we're doing sports gods this month. He's like a superhero.
Yeah, and he's on both of our Mount Olympus.
But again, the longevity thing, don't you feel kind of lame using that argument?
No, because it's not compiling. It's not LeBron's not playing at a high level. If he was just still out there bumming around, and I hate to say this, I don't mean it to be like a negative, but Vince Carter was on a roster for 23 years, but he wasn't having a real impact on the court. Udonis Haslem was more like an assistant coach.
But that added nothing to Vince Carter's legacy, not even a thing. So why is it adding to LeBron's thing? Because he's still good?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like LeBron's still maybe on nights the best and definitely the second best player on his team, no doubt.
I mean, my analogy, and I know you don't like this, is Frank Gore, his third all-time rusher in NFL history, and nobody has him as a top 10 back.
Well, because we all understood what that was with Frank Gore at the end. He wasn't one of the best players on his team, still making Pro Bowls and stuff like that. I know, because he was playing for the Bills.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you're talking about the very, very end. But he had a lot of years where he was still a 1,000-yard rusher. He had 1,000 yards at age 33 with Indianapolis. It's just like, I don't know, like longevity doesn't do anything in a GOAT debate for me. It's never brought up in any other GOAT debate. Like, who's better, Montana or Brady? No one says that Brady played longer, therefore I'm going with him.
No, but I think Brady's longevity is part of his, it's definitely part of his story.
Yeah, I mean, it's the rings with Brady.
Well, and it's the rings, of course. But it's definitely part of, like, his commitment.
Wayne Gretzky's the greatest hockey player, and I have no idea how long he played. Was his longevity part of the story? I mean, Gordie Howe played through 4 decades.
Well, I think that's part of it. Not to say all hockey players have those long careers, but the best hockey players do all seem to hit about 20 years. Even the guys who deal with serious injuries or like Sidney Crosby with the amount of concussions and stuff, they just are able to, because they're insane people, they play into their 40s. That's not weird at all. It's odd what LeBron's doing. It's one-of-one stuff.
Yeah, but if you have a conversation, who's the best basketball player? You're talking about that person at their peak, not LeBron and Jordan. Like, if we're going to go my game versus Manny's game, like, you're obviously, I hope you're going back to JV Dartmouth days. Like, who's better at their peak, I think is the way you often compare players. Like, to say, well, LeBron played longer. What is a GOAT debate? And, this isn't a who stuck around. I don't know.
Well, again, it's funny. You and I can have these debates. We can all sit around on a bar stool and have these debates. This Kevin Durant is in the arena, if you will. He's right here with these guys. He's at all time. He's going to go down as a top, 15 player of all time. And he's saying the longevity matters and means something.
Yeah, but he's sitting next to LeBron. He's LeBron's buddy. I mean, come on.
Do you have a problem with Kevin Durant being the person that's questioning Michael Jordan's commitment?
No, why?
No.
Oh, because he switched teams?
I mean, this is a guy like, some guys like to stay with a franchise and, carry them from poverty to a dynasty, and other guys like to, join 73-win teams when things get tough.
I got to tell you, though, that dude rehabbed hard from that Achilles injury and came back. I don't know how he did that. So I got to give him. I don't think of him as a slacker. I mean, what we're talking about here. It's funny. I don't disrespect him that way.
That was a take from a lot of fans.
Yeah, the bus driver thing, bus rider.
He was antsy because people were mad at him, and he was responding on social media.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think, to me, it is weird when you complain about the media a lot, but then you throw stones when you are not in a glass house, or rather you are in a glass house. Like,
Kevin
Durant has a lot of things you'll point to in his career, and you could say, how was your leadership? Like, you let Kyrie Irving tank your entire franchise. Like you abandoned one franchise because you couldn't beat the Warriors. You went to the Suns, and then you went there and blew up the whole situation. Like,
well, he didn't sign Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I know, but he went there knowing that they were going to build another super team. Like, it is interesting to me that he's someone who, I think the lack of self-awareness is something I do find interesting about Kevin Durant.
You know what's so funny, and I've said this before about Kevin Durant, I can't stand his social media presence. It's like kind of odd. In person, the one time I was around him was the Uncle Drew movie premiere with the movie from Kyrie, and he was the nicest person in the room.
That was before he turned heel and joined the Warriors.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, it was, he was I think he was already a champion, but he was so polite. And my wife did an event with him because he's big in the education community. She said, like, gosh, this is the nicest guy. He reaches out to everyone in the room. I think he's an incredibly nice person.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because the social media is the opposite. He's like does not come off as a nice person on social media. Does that you know what I'm talking
Definitely.
about?
Yeah, he's a jerk on social media.
But
he's a troll.
But he also says, "I know I'm trolling."
Yes,
Does
exactly.
So in weird
But he's
way,
the opposite of person.
He is
He's not
kind
a
of
troller at all.
self-aware. He's self-aware. He's a troll. He's not self-aware about how people think of his
But
career.
on the podcast, he's not trolling there. Like that. That's not social media. That's I'm having a conversation.
No, I think he really believes this about Jordan. I don't think it was said just to kiss. Why does he have to kiss LeBron's butt? Like they're contemporaries. I don't think he owes LeBron anything. Does LeBron still have that kind of sway in the league?
This is the second time though where he's had a conversation about LeBron, and somehow he has found a way to needle someone else while talking about LeBron.
What was the other one?
Remember he was in the back of the limo or
Yeah,
some car
the commercial. You talking about that?
Oh, it wasn't a commercial. It was just a conversation he was having with LeBron, and he was like, "Yeah, well, two best players in the NBA standing right here."
Well, no, LeBron.
Steph Curry was.
Yeah.
Steph Curry is, of course, his teammate and the champion, and brought him to Golden State.
Well, KD owed LeBron one because LeBron said that was a big deal because LeBron saying you're the second best player in the NBA. He kind of christened him the second best player. So I think don't you guys? That's how I remember. And Kevin Durant owed him one because of that. That was like a big deal. Like, whoa, I didn't know LeBron loved KD that much. That's how I took it.
I mean, the KD definitely seemed to embrace that.
Right. They're support each other. That's how I always thought of KD and LeBron. And any modern player. I mean, listen, there's also these people who say Kobe's the best. Like
Kevin Durant's going to be a Laker, isn't he?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, Manny.
Why would KD, if KD came out and said on LeBron's podcast, said, you're not as good as Jordan, now that would be a troll.
That would be an all-time moment.
That would be a good podcast.
Poor Steve Nash would just have to slowly push away from the table like, uh-oh, I don't want to be part of that. Keith is in Georgia. Keith, you want to weigh in on this. What do you think of Kevin Durant basically, poking the bear with Michael Jordan by praising LeBron that way?
Well, like you said, he is playing at the same time, and they're good friends. So I think that that's what you should expect. But I think also you kept mentioning Brady. I think if Brady would have played 20-some years and only got, went 2-7 in the Super Bowl, that we would still be talking about Montana as being the greatest instead of him. I think the wins make a difference in Brady's case and Jordan's case.
Yeah, but, it's not like LeBron does have 4 titles. It's not 2. He was 4 for 11 in finals. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
But Brady was also what he didn't get the GOAT status until he got 5 wins for most people, in the Super Bowl. So if he would have got 3, if he was 3-6 or whatever, then, people might look at that a little differently. It's the same way they look at LeBron most of the time.
Yeah, no, I hear you, Keith, and thank you. And I think a lot for a very long time, until Brady made it a no doubt, I think, with 6 and 7. Definitely with 7. But even with 6, there were still people out there who thought because Montana went 4 for 4 and never lost, that made him elevated over Brady. But I don't even know how you'd make that case now.
No, I totally agree.
7.
Yeah, that was an argument for Montana. I mean, the other thing about Montana was part of this great system, and you cannot ignore Jerry Rice and Bill Walsh and Roger Craig. So that was all. If Joe Montana was single-handedly doing it, like Favre or Elway and early Broncos, maybe, but no way you could make that argument.
888-710-4ISN, 888-710-4476. All right, let's check in. Big Friendly.
Oh, boy. Oh.
This thing is out of control.
I gotta
Big
tell
Friendly,
you,
good morning.
Before you start, sorry, Big Friendly, I'm going into the weekend. I want to go in a good mood. I need to see my 2 friends reconcile at some point, but go ahead.
Good morning, Maggie Malone, EJ the EP, 411, Daddy Cool, Manny Wapo. Good morning, and thank you for taking my call. Big Friendly's not calling with no animosity, no anger. I went on the chat this morning to congratulate Kaplan that he got me a date from one of the young ladies in one of the facilities because of my response.
Wait, what?
Kaplan.
Wait. Hold on. Back up for a second. Let me get the audience up to speed here. Big Friendly, one of our favorites, calling from California. First was beefing with Manny. Then they squashed that beef, East Coast, West Coast beef. Then called out Andrew Kaplan, who's our social media AI guru. And it's been going back and forth. And Kaplan's been coming at Big Friendly with raps that are made by AI. And then Big Friendly responded with his own rhyme yesterday. And Friendly, yesterday's rap was amazing. We were so ticked off because we had technical difficulties that the stream was down during your rap, and it was an all-timer.
Kaplan taught me a very, very valuable lesson. He who controls the airwaves controls the money.
You are right, man. You are right. We have your
But
rap.
no, Mag-
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Big Friendly.
Sorry, I'm not mad. I was chiming in on the chats to tell Kaplan, one of the young ladies at one of the facilities, wanted to go on a date after me and her were talking, and I believe it was my man Daly brought up the down comforter in the chat. So she brought it up, got a conversation. So Kaplan helped me. But now he's making AI videos of women saying they want to go on dates with me. I think I love it. It's classic. Because, Kaplan, my man, I appreciate you. Because any publicity is good publicity. But I'm going to be very tame because I promised Maggie Malone, the capo duty capo, that I got no beefs. But I could be a Tommy DeSimone. I could be a Joey Gallo. EJ. These are mob references. Stay close. I'll keep you safe. But I'm going to stay friendly.
No, not that one.
Nah, Joey Gallo, not that Joey Gallo. But, Daddy Cool, I want you to have a great weekend. I want you to have a great weekend. I'm going to have a great Saturday night, thanks to Kaplan. And you guys have a great weekend. I've seen women.
Friendly, you're the man. Okay. Wait, let me get this straight. What's the facilities?
I'm a bottom man.
Big
The
Friendly.
show on Fox?
No. Kaplan or Big Friendly said that there was a woman around the facility. Was that the chat?
I don't know why I assume when you say facilities, you're talking about like a gentleman's club, but I don't. But I don't. I could be totally wrong though.
Do you think we have a big stripper following?
No, I think that maybe he was at the gentleman's club and maybe was like, hey, like here's a clip of me rapping, and like the woman liked it, and then that got him a date. Maybe.
What are we gonna do about these strippers?
But I could be totally wrong. Apologies, Big Friendly, if that's not what he's talking about. But like, I kept going like, what could be facilities be? And that's the only guess I could come up with.
Huh. I just want to make sure that I'm not like totally missing something here, because I know how our show is very popular, and maybe we have fans all over the place, but I wasn't sure how this was helping him with the women. You're right. Maybe it was because he showed them a clip.
Yeah, he said that Daly cut him a clip or something.
Oh,
He said
Daly,
he sounded like he said that.
Okay. Earl, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what the mystery is. I mean, Big Friendly gets on national airwaves and
The
drops
women
rhymes that are just unbelievable.
Drop
I'm such
rhymes.
a big fan of his rap work. That,
I know.
Are you kidding me? I think he should be a much bigger star. And you accuse him of using AI.
Ian Smelling rank.
Well, here's the thing about I accused him of using AI, and it motivated him to write maybe his best lyric yet. I'm not saying I deserve any credit. I'm just saying that's what happened.
I am so impressed with anybody with even a modicum of musical talent that if I was a single lady and Big Friendly, I mean, first of all, Big Friendly, what do you say? He has more hits than Pete Rose?
Yeah,
so, like,
yes, that's what he said.
The guy has a proven track record here, Maggie.
Well, I mean, your rhymes in the first segment were pretty good about Cooper Flagg having a bag.
Yeah. His teammate with a former Zag, Ryan Nemhard on the Rookie League.
Okay. So, Daly is weighed in. Facilities is just where he drops people off at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was also
EJ
wondering,
took a
too.
leap there.
Does he work at like
the
an Amazon fulfillment
Don't you
center?
say at the job? Isn't that what normal people say? Like, oh, I was at the job and this happened, or I don't like. Why?
What if he actually works at a facility though?
But we don't know what that means.
Anyway, from now on, I'm going to think a facility is a strip club.
Me too.
I have to go to the facility. All right, better bring some ones.
I always thought.
EJ, you just changed the American lexicon.
I was going to say, I think facility, I always thought facility meant the bathroom.
That too. That's the other one.
Isn't there a show on FoxSports.com called The Facility?
Yeah, Fox Sports.
Chase Daniel.
Which is funny because it also means the bathroom.
No, but it means obviously where they
where you practice. Where
NFL, the headquarters, the teams, they call it the facility.
Again, headquarters for for the Philadelphia Eagles in the 90s, it was Delilah's on South Street.
It's
facility.
like bars named the library, near college campuses and stuff. But no, I will now always think of the facility as a place where like strippers are just doing really utilitarian moves, like not even no funny stuff, nothing extra, just real fundamentals.
I'm glad I took some kind of leap because nobody knew what the hell he was talking about. So
No.
I was like, I'm going to figure this out.
Okay, bottom line here is that somehow our show helped Big Friendly get a date on Saturday, and more specifically Kaplan.
Dog,
Yes.
I can't get a date.
But then Kaplan apparently is now making AI videos of Big Friendly getting dates. And
That's kind of evil.
not going well.
We got to take a quick break. That was funny. Coming up, lots more to do, including the most potentially combustible situation in college football. Perloff and I are making predictions.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Four minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
Your poem. Yes. Big friendly. Yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Brilliant. Big friendly. Yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Big friendly. Yes. I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Brilliant for wearing.
2 minutes remaining.
Yes, Big Friendly, I love your poems and would love to go on a date with you. Yes, Big Friendly, I love your
30
poems
seconds
and would
remaining.
love to go on a date with you.
One minute remaining. 45 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Fifteen seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
All right, this NASCAR preview is sponsored by WeatherGuard Truck and Van Equipment. They're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. All right, Manny, you've been busy today. What's happening on the tracks?
Well, guys, the in-season tournament goes from street racing in Chicago to road racing. It's the Toyota Save Mart 350 from Sonoma Raceway. 8 drivers remain in the head-to-head tournament. The driver who has the better finish stays alive for the $1 million prize. Ty Dillon against Alex Bowman. John Hunter Nemechek against Eric Jones. Ryan Preece against Ty Reddick, and Ty Gibbs against Zane Smith. In the grand scheme of things, though, it's William Byron. He continues to lead the Cup standings with Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and the aforementioned Ty Reddick following him. It's the Toyota Save Mart 350 from Sonoma Raceway, Green Flag Waves and Wine Country on Sunday, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 local.
So, Manny, you've given us the NASCAR preview, the MLS preview. It sounds like you're going to be on your couch watching sports instead of pursuing the new girlfriend again this weekend.
Dude, I'm going to rot on my couch this weekend. It's going to be awesome.
So the situationship is officially
There
dead?
was, Maggie, there was no situationship. That never was a thing.
No.
Am I right, Manny?
You are 100% right.
No.
I didn't. What?
Refuse to believe Manny came back from Buffalo, trip to the Finger Lakes, glowing.
Yeah, I noticed it too.
Because of a tan.
No.
No one gets tan up there. And then
You haven't met this Mexican.
and then there was a candid moment when she clearly texted you back, and you were like,
Here we go.
here we go.
Well,
Off and running.
Listen.
Can I commute?
Listen.
We started looking at routes of how you're going to get to Buffalo and back
Making-
and still be ready for the show.
Plays in between here and there, so you could, work here during the week and then go there for the weekends.
Can I introduce you to Scranton, Pennsylvania?
I'm good. Just making some soft contact around here, trying to find my game again.
Wow, look at you. Okay.
You're not going to find it on your couch watching NASCAR, MLS, and baseball.
Bet you I will.
Oh, well, maybe you can.
Maybe
in
she's
this day
coming
and
to
age.
town?
Ain't nobody coming to town.
Oh, okay.
Is your mom or your dad
Wait,
or your
what?
chubby brother actively looking for women for you or making you feel guilty for not having one yet?
No, nobody is helping me at all.
Is
in
your
anything
chubby
in
brother
life.
with straight teeth single or married?
He is married.
Of course he's married. He's a college degree and good teeth.
Yeah.
Also, Manny, he's in demand. Also, we know Manny had to shave his mustache for his wedding.
Yeah, I did have to do that.
Manny, okay. I'm not sure I want to hear this answer. Of the 3 people on this side, and we'll put EJ in this: Andrew Bogusch, EJ Stewart, Maggie Gray, Andrew Perloff. Whose advice would you want the most when it comes to your love life?
The guy who's probably closest in age to me.
I got to tell you right now, that's the worst choice you've made.
I agree. Wow. That's a shot. You got to defend yourself now.
Why is that?
EJ's clearly a girlfriend guy. I could tell that from a mile away. That's not, you want to meet a girl, not date someone for forever.
No, that's
and
what
marry them. Like,
No, Manny's trying to find a real relationship. Wait, right?
Bogues, explain.
No?
Explain
Eventually,
why.
that'd be nice.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, listen, I would group myself in with EJ in this as well, that neither one of us could help Manny that much. Because, again, I've been with my wife now for 25 years,
Yeah.
dating and marriage.
I thought you were going to say I was a lost cause.
The person to help you here is Maggie. Because
Again,
she's
no.
in the target demo. You need her expertise on how you can make one of her like you.
She just, in between the breaks, said, I don't understand some of the things on the internet from the women that are just a little bit younger than me.
I did say
so
that.
100% true story.
I'm out on Grayster. I'm sorry.
Listen, you want to date Sofia Vergara? Maybe I've got some influence. Not
Happy
influence.
birthday to her, by the way.
Maybe I can
Feliz
tell you about that
cumpleaños.
because she's like 50 and I'm like 40. But, someone 25, I don't know if I get those women.
This is why I think I'm a great choice, because while maybe you're saying I'm a girlfriend guy, and that's a fair pull by Perloff. He's right about that. But I am with a young woman who is with a lot of single women and talks about the stuff single women go through. And so to me, I get all this information just through osmosis. You know, I mean, Maggie, you just come in the house and be like, guess what Martha said today?
Oh, yeah.
Could you believe this guy did this to her? You know how many conversations I have like that? I have one every week.
EJ, hold on. Maybe we're missing the lead here. Andrea doesn't have a single friend for Manny?
Does she?
This is the first time you're thinking about it? Sorry.
Can I go back 1 second on that? So you're getting advice secondhand through your fiance's girlfriend. Like, do you want like a man who's actually been single for many years at a time to give you advice? I know I'm old, Manny, but I'm the only one who's actually been doing the work in the bars. EJ did not like being single. He's told me he did not like to go to a bar and hit on women.
Bogusch has been
Maggie
with his wife
is always telling me I have a great single friend who I'd like to see settle down. These are not the things you want to hear. And Bogusch has dated the same woman since high school.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
But Perloff, you were pre-online dating when you were working the bars,
There was J-Date around when I was dating. I'm dead serious. Like, I have a lot of peers who met their online. There wasn't Tinder and the phones.
Right. You guys had Match.com?
I met my wife in 2006.
Nice.
So there was online dating.
Yeah, I guess there was. Okay.
But again, it sounds like you've got a girlfriend in every state.
But I've heard that online dating's out now. I've heard that from young men.
Listen, I mean, I guess because I can't find anybody.
I tell you, online dating is heavily,
not by choice, but
heavily weighted against men. It's a terrible way now to meet women.
Definitely.
So I think actual human dating's back in. I don't know. There's
I think
still
that'd be good. That'd be a good thing, I think, for society if human dating is back in.
Well, human dating, which is like 2.4 blood alcohol level dating, is back in.
As long as you don't drive.
But I'll tell you one thing. I'm the only one here who says, Manny, get out of the house for one.
That's true.
I said that also.
We all agree with that.
All right, we all okay. We're all like, let's start with that.
I said go to the Knicks party, and everyone was like, "There's gonna be too many dudes there." Meanwhile, there's probably some chick, in
a Brunson jersey,
in a Frankie Ntilikina throwback.
There's so much visual evidence of 7,000 dudes on the street for that. There's not a single woman within a 14-mile radius of that parade.
Guys, I'm sorry. It's Saturday's out. I got to watch Lionel Messi.
No, we can't help you.
You're doomed.
I mean, he does make pretty good.
I have to watch my.
I mean, we are a sports show. We should respect his dedication.
Yeah, we're just like, boo that man. How dare you want to watch sports?
He'll be coming most prepared for the show on Monday.
That's why Manny does all the sports
No.
previews for the weekend.
Bogues, what's up?
We actually got Bronny guarding Cooper Flagg a few times in the Vegas Summer League last night. Bronny with the up-close scouting report on the Mavs' #1 pick.
You know, he's just a quick, powerful, big. So, we got to do everything we can to, stop him and slow him down. But he's a great player. He's going to get his sometimes. So, just got to do a great job to stop him down.
Neither young man shot the ball well last night in Vegas. Flagg 5 for 21, 10 points in his debut. Bronny was 2 for 8, scoring 8. His last miss was a 3 in the final second that gave Flagg and the Mavs an 87-85 win. The Thunder wrote another huge check yesterday, a rookie max extension for Jalen Williams, 5 years, as much as $287 million. OKC has committed $822 million to Williams, SGA, and Chet Holmgren in less than 2 weeks. There is some staggering to these deals. SGA's extension, for example, does not kick in until 2027, so some of this money is not going out the door immediately. The initial rumors from last weekend were that Chargers running back Najee Harris suffered a serious eye injury in a fireworks accident on the 4th. His agent finally issued a statement yesterday saying Harris suffered only a superficial injury to his eye. He should be fine for training camp. Others, though, were hurt bad enough in this incident to need hospital care, including one person who reportedly lost fingers, that according to the San Francisco Chronicle.
I think there's more to this story, just based on, I read it this morning, like it feels like something went totally haywire and he almost lost his eyesight. That's what it feels like by the way they're reporting this. I have no idea.
For athletes, I know it was a while ago, but after the Jason Pierre-Paul thing, I don't know how it's not written into a contract or something. Like, you cannot handle fireworks.
Well, and don't forget, too, there was the story in the NHL where somebody died getting hit by a firework.
No way.
Yeah, a player. I mean, he jumped in front of somebody else too to take it, and he got hit in the chest by something. Like, It's just as beautiful as they are, and everybody has their fun on the 4th, they are super dangerous. And my neighbor used to have a huge illegal send-off and didn't do it this year finally. And it was nice to not have
to be worried,
to be able to sit at a distance and just watch my other knucklehead neighbors shoot them off. But that none of them were going to fall on my house or into my kid's chest.
Yeah, it's like, well, Jeff finally came to his senses, but Bill is a maniac.
And Nick and Mark and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about like little my mom loves to do fireworks, but it's like kind of like fancy sparklers. Basically.
Oh no.
These are like
boxes
TNT.
of things that you
yeah.
light and run away, and then things just go.
They have names like Sneaky Susies and stuff like that.
This is Wild E. Coyote Acme type
stuff that goes up into the air. I never understand when like you can see from half a mile away. That's not good.
What I don't like about it though is like they're always trash. Like to me, the best fireworks show is like the neighborhood town place that's doing your fireworks show. Like they'll do they're
real
professionals.
One. Yeah.
I know.
They'll do a really good one, and then you got like Bob in his backyard just throwing up a couple of flares.
Bob the Pyro,
and it looks awful, but it's so dangerous. I'm like, what are you doing? This doesn't even look good.
Bob the Pyro in Bayonne.
And like where we live, you used to have to like drive to like Pennsylvania or Tennessee to like stock up because you can't. They're illegal here in New York. So there's also so much effort and expense into get them. And then they might kill you when you get back home.
Okay, so I was just in northern Michigan, I told you guys.
Look out.
And you
didn't tell us. Was that an accident?
Didn't tell Manny.
Yeah, Manny doesn't get to ever know where I go on vacation. I was in northern Michigan and I had to go to Walmart, obviously, because everyone needs stuff. And there was a tent set up in the parking lot that literally said TNT. Nice. It was fireworks for sale. TNT. It's like, and I'm driving away.
I will never forget that picture of Jason Pierre-Paul and all the fireworks that were in the back of his van. He's like, we're going to have fun tonight. And then
that happened. You know, our friend, Perloff knows him, Lee Feiner. We used to work together at Sports Illustrated. Yeah. And he ended up doing an in-depth thing with Jason Pierre-Paul years after. He almost died.
I'm not surprised.
Because it like hit an artery that it was kind of underreported at the time.
Not Lee. You're talking about Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul. Yeah, no, Lee's fine.
Yeah, Lee is Stu Finer's son, actually. Did you know that?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You guys always
don't do that. It's an inside joke, but don't do it.
Oh, is that an inside joke that's already been made?
No, but I don't know how many people know Stu Finer.
Stu Finer is big because he's the gambling expert on Barstool. He actually was a gambling expert before. Lee is the exact human opposite of Stu Finer.
Guy that tweets in all caps?
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah, Lee is...
The guy's like a certified scammer. Yeah.
Lee is like probably the most in shape person I know.
And nice. And upstanding. And is not scamming people with giving out picks where you're just giving 50% one pick and 50% the other pick.
Did Stu Finer say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he admitted that. Okay.
Yes.
Mariners righty Brian Wu no-hit the Yankees for 7 innings last night. His team led 5-0, but the Yankees rallied to win 6-5 in 10. They scored twice in the 9th to extend the game, pouncing on Mariners all-star closer Andres Munoz, who was apparently tipping his pitches. So is this really a Yankee win? Maggie has already ruled.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Talking directly to you, Manny.
Yeah. No, I mean, come on. You make a big comeback because everyone in the stadium knows the guy's throwing slider. It's not that impressive.
Oh, baseball players just doing their jobs. How dare they win a baseball game?
Carlos Alcaraz has won the first set of his Wimbledon semifinal with Taylor Fritz 6-4. Alcaraz is now serving 3-4 in the second. Once they're done, it's Novak Djokovic against Yannick Sinner. Guys, back to you.
All right, coming up, got your pop culture for the day. And also the one thing that Kevin Durant may be missing when he's talking about LeBron's longevity. Do that next.
You're in a 5-minute break. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining. 4 minutes remaining. Three minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Three minutes remaining. Two minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Two minutes remaining. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. One minute remaining. .45 seconds remaining. .30 seconds remaining. .15 seconds. Break ends in 5 seconds.
Eat the chili. No hands.
What are we waiting for? Take this!
Y'all know I don't stretch. So if everybody asking why 84 ain't stretching, y'all know I don't stretch. Anybody pay attention to Viking football? 84 don't stretch on game day. I come ready. I came out the womb, I was ready. Tell them, mama, you know I was ready. That's why you had me.
It's Maggie and Perloff on the Infinity Sports Network.
Some of our greatest and favorite moments from NFL films, they're mic'd up segments, and that's in honor of Joe Burrow, who got caught really cursing out his teammates and everyone within earshot. We found that out of the Netflix show Quarterback. And his offensive line in that clip, Pearl, they did have like 6 false starts in a row or something. Just
8.
8. Sorry.
Not in a row, but they had 8 in the game.
In the game. I mean, egregious. But then you see their faces as Joe Burrow's just screaming at them, and it's just like, ugh, they seem worn out. That's why I think it's a potentially combustible situation with Cincinnati
100%.
this upcoming season. I didn't really think that until we got some of that behind the scenes footage. So.
Well, Joe Burrow's face when they missed the playoffs in Week 18, it's like, oh God, this isn't good. I think you and I read Joe Burrow completely differently in that series because I was like, well, he's got all the Tom Brady leadership things. Like I feel like he's a classic NFL quarterback leader. It's just the rest of the team around him is the problem.
It is certainly a problem. 888-710-4ISN. And obviously that was Randy Moss on NFL Films, which is amazing. And when you hear athletes do that kind of thing, like, I didn't need to stretch. Obviously, he's just like having bravado, but it's like, they're just not like us. EJ, you saw and got a cool sneak peek at the movie Superman, the new movie.
So Superman's out now. I got to see it Tuesday thanks to being an Amazon Prime member. So I guess thank you, Jeff Bezos.
That sounds weird.
Well, it is a fact. So, no, I will say I'm a big superhero fan, obviously.
Oh, really?
The Superman movies of late have not been very good. This one is phenomenal.
Really?
This one is the one you're going to want to see. This is going to, I think, turn the tide when the people think that, oh, DC movies are the bad movies and Marvel are the good movies. I think this maybe turns the tide the other way around.
It's that good?
David Corenswet is phenomenal as both Superman and Clark Kent. Rachel Brosnahan plays Lois Lane. She's phenomenal. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor. He's phenomenal. Crypto the dog is great. I mean, it is just really a great story just about, like, heroism and being a good person, and the action's phenomenal. And by the way, I am not a 3D person. I usually hate 3D. The only way I could see this movie early, though, was to see it in 3D. Did not realize I was going in 4DX. Have you guys ever been in a 4DX movie?
No.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Regal does 4DX movies where it's 3D, so you have 3D glasses on, but also it's like interactive. So your chair is interactive with what's happening in the movie. So
it's like Space Mountain.
Yeah, so it's like this was like
I've had that. Yeah,
it's like a Six Flags ride while I'm watching the movie. So Superman is getting punched, and my chair is flying back and forth, and you're flying through
flying.
You're
like
flying
really moving.
Yeah, it's moving. Like you're going through the Arctic, and you're getting like small little bursts of mist coming in your face as he's flying through the Arctic or going over an ocean. It is a
Wait,
crazy
they really hit
experience.
you with water?
It's small.
Okay.
I told Andrea that she got very nervous. It's very small mists of water, but you feel it.
I've had that at the Polar Express. They do that.
Yeah.
They have a lot of museums have that Polar. You ever seen that Tom Hanks movie? Or
yes.
Yeah, they could do that with the little mist. It's really cool.
It's so cool. I mean,
I didn't know they were doing that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What about smells? Do you get any smells?
No smells.
Wait, hold on. Can I go back to your review for a second? I'm psyched to see this, and you almost lost me for a second. Is this going to be like a moral kind of thing? Are we doing that?
It's good versus evil.
Yeah,
it's always
you
a
said
morals
like this is
kind
like
of thing.
about being a good person. I'm like, I'm so psyched for a good popcorn
I say
movie.
that because I just think that so many of our heroes now, it's all about being edgy, right? And being like, oh, this is a dark take on Superman. And this is not that. This is it's like there are dark moments. I mean, Lex Luthor is a bad person, so he does very terrible things in the movie. But like a lot of it is like, you know what? Like Superman just being Superman is fun. And I think James Gunn, the director, captured that really well.
All right, because I don't want to be preached at.
No, you're not going to be preached.
It's just more of a classic good versus evil. This is not an anti-hero or something like that. Okay.
Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor was silly, and that doesn't sound like this direction either.
No,
it's not a comic.
There's nothing really silly, I would say, about... There's some campiness to Lex Luthor, but he's not silly.
But the movie has some humor. I've seen the trailer, by the way. They do put a lot of jokes in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of really... Well, James Gunn's great at writing comedy. So
yeah, because Marvel movies, Maggie, you don't watch any of them. They're basically comedies dressed up as sci-fi movies. Did you think that's fair?
I saw Deadpool. I saw the first Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool especially,
yeah.
but...
Wait, can I go back to the chairs that's moving around?
Yeah.
So you saw it in 3D, but no, 4DX.
4DX, yeah.
4DX. And the chair's moving, and you're getting hit in the face with water.
Yep.
Didn't affect your popcorn or anything like that?
Funny story about that. 10 minutes in the movie, one of the first real scenes with Superman's like really flying through and getting in a big fight. The first quarter of my popcorn just went right in the next guy's lap.
Yeah, see?
Just right there. And I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. Like, we just kind of realized this is going to be the experience. So if you're going to do that, don't get a big bucket of popcorn. It will be all over the floor. in a matter of 5 minutes.
Crazy. The future, guys. It's here. EJ Stewart, thank you. Manny Rodriguez, thank you. Andrew Bogusch, Andrew Kaplan. Guys, really amazing week. The Mount Olympus project throughout the last month has been awesome. The Weedos, the coffee drinkers. Love you.